Welcome, everybody. Devesha, I'm unmuting you because I had to mute you because you were unmuted during the intro. I don't know why. I have no idea why. But welcome, everybody, to episode 3 of the Blank Page Tavern of Tomb of Annihilation. We are a troupe today of writers who are playing D&D in order to procrastinate working on our works in progress. How is everybody doing today on this Sunday morning? Also, it's not nighttime, so we're going to switch to the tavern because we meet at the Blank Page Tavern at the beginning of every session. Okay. How are you doing today, Mars?
I'm vibing, a little bit lower energy, but I figure once we get into things, it'll pick up. So.
That's fair. And since we are in a tavern, what are you drinking today?
Water.
Lovely. In a blue glass? Fancy. Or is it blue water?
It's got like flowers on it.
Oh, lovely.
Oh,
the dollar store.
That's very pretty. All right. Devesha playing Miss Tefra Ashfall.
I'm doing okay this morning. A little bit of cramping, so forgive me if I'm a little quiet.
That's good. Oh, wow.
And let me not say what I was going to say. I'm drinking pomegranate green tea today.
With
like lovely. A shit ton of honey because who measures? Nobody measures here. We just let it pour until it feels right.
That's fair.
That's right. And I'm doing good. It's 6 a.m. here, so I'm still waking up. My brain is waking up. Mm-hmm. But I was telling them behind stage that I bought a new dragon mug just because I thought it'd be fun for the next show, and I thought it was going to be much smaller than it is. But there's only water in this, so I'll just be drinking water in the giant dragon.
I would just like to say that, Becky, you have now had a different cup for every single session. And I'm very, it's unfortunate, but I do have to inform you that this is now the expectation is that
I've got a ton of mugs. Okay. I collect them. So yeah. Okay. But I wanted to get a special, I was like, okay, I got to do something dragony and fun. And it looked small. It looked cute. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get a cute little dragon giant mug.
As big as your face.
Yes.
And Miss Val.
I am doing well. I'm a little bit tired, like most people. It's not 6 a.m. where I am, so I have no excuse, really. And today, as per usual, I am drinking a Coca-Cola. Because how could I not drink a Coca-Cola? Because I need
one of these things we are going to have to do an evening session. So, and granted, not everybody has to drink. Nobody ever has to drink, but just so we can, switch it up from tea and water and maybe get some mocktails going,
Drunk D&D.
Wow. No, but like even if they're just mocktails, we can mix it up. And hello, I am Wallissimo. I'm the DM. I'm currently working on a mug of chai that is cooling very rapidly because I made it for myself like an hour ago. But then once that's done, I will be consuming from this absolutely massive bottle of water. Look at this thing.
Ooh.
She's going to be hydrated. And yeah, I'm also doing well. I'm not actually super tired. Here's the thing, though, is we are getting some really bad thunderstorms in Dallas. So whether we're going to see. We're going to see if I stay here. And if my internet goes out, I will try and use the last desperate gasps of my cell phone service to log into StreamYard to end the stream. So it's very possible this session could just cut out at any moment. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah. All right, let's say hello to Flora and the Fun. Hello, Kiss. Malin is our true stan, not me in the Eurostar Lounge watching the start of this while I wait for my train. Where are you going? What are you doing?
It's the honeymoon. Are we going on honeymoon?
I'm your undying fan. Well, I do believe Eurostar trains do have Wi-Fi. So I think you could continue to watch us if you'd like. Flora says, life has been lifing these last week, so I haven't actually caught up on the second episode, but still excited for the new episode. Don't worry, I'll do a little bit of a recap before we dive into this episode. One says, I'm drinking a gin and mango grapefruit tonic. I love that. There we go. That's Tavern. Holy mother of mugs. Yeah. Heading back to London from Brussels. Oh, nice. Oh, I'm drinking an Earl Grey lemon fizzy iced tea thingy. Love it. Love it. Okay, fine. That's fair. Yeah, probably not the best internet for streaming. All right. So I did send to everybody very last minute. My apologies once again. The session notes from last time. Were you able to look over those before we started play? Okay. Excellent. So then I can just go straight into my DM notes for episode 3. All right. So last time on the Blank Page Tavern, and that's what you missed on Glee. Sindra, your boss and friend, was weakened in the transportation to Port Nyanzaru on the peninsula of Cholt. She left you at the actual harbor port area with the mission to gather information regarding adventuring into the jungle. She headed off into a cab. She's told you she was going to the house of the merchant prince Wakanga Otamu. She said she would meet you at Kaya's house of repose at sunrise, early breakfast tomorrow. And before she left, she did have a private moment with Micah and Val. After splitting the party, you guys, and meeting a collection of colorful local cabbies, you all gathered information in your own ways. Between the 4 of you, you learned about the lore of the peninsula and Cholt in general. You found out a man's husband had been wrongly accused of a crime and is sentenced to the executioner's run tomorrow morning. More like tomorrow right before lunch. We're going for 11 o'clock here. And you encountered the consort of, you got into a weird run-in with a bookstore owner named Carmen. And you encountered the consort of the merchant Prince Jobal. That man's name is Azon, who offered to host you for dinner tomorrow night to discuss how you might be mutually beneficial to each other, given that you possess a highly prized map of the Cholton coastline given to you by Sindra. So last we left off, you guys were watching as Azon and his thug and bodyguard named Janos kind of walked off into the evening atmosphere of Port Nyanzaru. What would you all like to do?
Weren't we gonna talk to the girls that Val talked to see about the vendor, to get the scoop and see if the guy's actually innocent? Was that what we were saying we were gonna do right before we left last time?
Are those well, I feel like we should talk to probably Micah and Tefra. So I'll probably walk over to them
Oh yeah. I figured we were all together. Yes.
I'm clutching my giant bottle of elven wine
Oh, I forgot we had that.
Yes, it's a very nice bottle of wine purchased for you by Azon.
It's not poisoned, thank God.
I know.
That you know of. Let's see what happens tonight.
slow acting
It's just
poison.
gonna apologize profusely to Tefra because they know that they really dropped the ball on that interaction. They're just I don't know what happened. We were confronted and my mind went blank and I am so sorry.
You know what? It's okay. I feel like I got us into it earlier and then I was able to kind of, settle things tonight. So I'm feeling okay.
And we didn't step in because it looked civil. Was it civil?
Yes, he was a very lovely man. And actually, we're having dinner with him tomorrow? Tonight? What time is it?
It is. Let's see. 5 to 8:30. I would say you're looking at 10:30, 11 at this point.
Okay, and Sheer is supposed to pick us up at midnight.
At midnight. So we got us a ride. Don't worry, we don't have to walk back, Tefra. With your bottle of wine, if you don't have to walk. It'll take us a while to get back to the house of repose, but we'll be safe at the very least.
The house of repose is literally right down the street, just FYI. They're on either end of the
Oh,
the market.
okay. I thought it was back where we came from. Okay.
There's like
I just say that because Shira is real safe and she goes slowly.
That's true. It'll still take us a while.
Yeah.
It'll be at least 20 minutes.
All right, so we have dinner with this man. Who was that guy anyway? Oh, and I have a piece of paper that I pulled from him earlier when I was talking to you guys.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God,
What did it say?
Yeah.
Should we wait
say?
until we're in?
you pull it out and it's an elegant script, but it is in a language you don't know.
None of us know what it is.
Yeah, what language is it? Because I speak a lot of languages.
It is you don't know what language. Well, tell me what languages you speak.
Okay. I'm losing my voice. I speak Celestial, Common, Elvish, Orc, and Undercommon.
You do not know what this is.
I have comprehend languages. Can I? Or Micah,
yes.
what do you have first?
I have Common, Druidic, Elvish, and Infernal.
You do not know what this is.
Ah.
Okay. Can I use my comprehend languages?
You can. That's a spell, correct?
Yes.
And will you just kind of read me off the basics, like how long that lasts and what if it has a component that you need to use?
Shoot, it does. It says a pinch of soot and salt.
That's totally fine. We're just going to
Okay.
say you have a component pouch on you, but it's just in the future, if there's any spell that has a monetary value, like a diamond worth 100 gold pieces or something that you do need to have. But if it's just little flares like that, we're just going to say you have those things on you because you would have prepared.
Okay. It lasts an hour for the duration. You understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written.
Okay.
It takes about 1 minute to read 1 page of text.
Okay.
But it doesn't decode secret messages or glyphs, such as arcane sigils.
Okay. All right. Would you and you don't need to. I'm just giving you the open space to, if you would like to kind of talk about how you cast this spell, if you want to get into the flavor of Tephra as a spellcaster.
Who I didn't think too deeply on that.
That's fine.
She's gonna do one of these. She's gonna palm it and close her eyes and then hum a little bit.
Oh, I love a good hum. All right, and then when Tephra opens her eyes, she sees the following sentence. Love eternally, my darling, I'm honored to have spent the last 15 years with you. Here's to 50 more.
Aww.
A little tear rolls down. It's so beautiful, y'all.
Well, I guess we better give this back to him. Sneak this back to him when we go to dinner, because
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
I just love.
Okay. Well, that was worth nothing. Thanks though. Thanks, Tephra, for that.
I love this. Tephra's. So for the spell to work, I got to start singing Taylor Swift, but only from her most recent album.
Yeah. Now I'm down bad crying at the gym.
Oh, yes. I'm here for it.
Okay.
So what do you guys do?
Okay, so they've already told us about the husband that's going to be, right? That's actually something our characters know.
Yeah,
It is.
Told it all.
It's up to you what information gets shared.
So then, yeah, we just need to know if this guy is really innocent or not. If we're going to help him, right?
Yeah. So
So
I was thinking.
Yeah.
Continue now.
I was just saying, do we want to meet up with Val's, since they're also jewelry salespeople or vendors?
Do we know where they would be at this time of night? Or would that be something like, do you know where their shop is? So you could go after breakfast tomorrow, because we have probably a little bit of leeway before
That's true.
things happen.
We could. Yeah.
I mean, I can go check in the bar, see if they're still there, because that's where we met them here at the Thunder
Right.
Lizard.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so Val just kind of peels off and goes and looks around the bar and sees if she sees the Gorley she was talking to. which is
Okay.
him.
Roll me a d6.
3.
They are not there.
Okay. So Val comes back out. I don't see him. I say we just go to see him after we see Syndra, because I also want some jewels. Like, I need some new earrings, for our adventure. And also I feel like we can ask Syndra kind of about what this whole Executioner's Run thing is about.
That's true.
Because I have a plan, but it's not a good plan by any means of the imagination.
Are any of your plans ever good?
Look,
Yes.
they're effective. They work.
They work. Yes, they work. Exactly.
I don't think those two things are synonymous.
Sometimes that's all you got. I mean, does anyone else have a better plan of how we're supposed to break this innocent man out if he is innocent?
No, unfortunately. I didn't want to, after breakfast, talk to Carmen because the husband said he was accused by an old gnome lady, indicating that it was Carmen. And, Jabal's husband said she was perfectly, she a little bit of an intense woman, but nice nonetheless. So I wanted to speak to her.
Okay.
All right. So I guess we got a plan for the morning.
Are you sure we don't want to just swing by the vendors and see if they're there?
Well, things were like closing up as we were coming here, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a night market. No, it's
I
not.
don't know.
Is it a night market?
So from what I recall, there are physical brick and mortar shops that tend to close at sunset, and then a separate market does pop up during the night, but those are more tinted and more focused on like street food and kind of other things like that. And just from your, I mean, you didn't talk with those women, but Val did, and they looked, I mean, they were wearing not jewelry that would be sold in the merchant's ward at those really fine establishments, but they were selling nice jewelry. So you suspect they have a brick and mortar store.
Okay. All right. I guess we'll go to bed then.
Yes.
I'm restless. I want to do something.
So here's my question. Do you guys take the 5 minutes it would take to walk through the night market to Kaya's House of Repose? Or do you wait the hour for Shira?
So we can walk.
I feel bad that you told her to meet
I know.
you here at midnight.
You guys go ahead. I was the one who requested her come at midnight, so I'll stay and meet her if you guys want to go back and sleep. Or we could drink here. One last night of freedom.
Listen, I'll hang with you until Shira comes because I am restless. So
I'll stay and throw a couple back.
Micah's gonna get a nice little snack, like a little thing of pretzels that you get at the bar.
I love it.
All right, let me go get us some drinks. Okay, so I go grab some. What's it called? What was that?
Water.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, Tej.
Tej.
Yes, you get the iced Tej, and they give you the stink eye.
All right, give me a second. I just want to see something. LOL.
Oh,
And we're just going to see something, That's what we're just going to do. Hold on. There was something to roll.
Uh-huh.
Critical roll. Give me a second. Where were these things? Hold on.
Holding.
You guys talk amongst yourselves. Role play when you're drinking.
I'm just starting to slur my words now. That wine was really strong, you guys. I'm saving the rest of it for sure.
I'd ask for some, but I'm still paranoid it's poisoned.
I mean, he took the first sip, and granted, I don't know. I can't remember what species he was, if he was human or not, but
what if he's
I'm going to trust him.
Community? People build
What if he's built different?
Princess Bride. Isoniocaine powder?
I don't think he would have poisoned me and then asked me for dinner. I think, dinner would have probably came first.
No, you're right. I know.
Yeah, he's probably waiting to poison us at dinner.
Yeah.
Also, are we invited to this dinner? Are we also going to this dinner, or is it just you two?
Oh, yes, you are. But, Alara, you have to be Micah. There was a little lie told.
What?
Or maybe we can just come clean.
I may have panicked, but I have a plan. We're just gonna pretend I didn't say that my name was Alara.
We're just gonna gaslight the fuck out of Azon?
You must have misheard me.
You were in a dinner where you could have possibly been killed, and you said you were me?
I panicked.
Honestly, well played, Micah. Well played.
I see you.
Mike is just sitting there eating their pretzels.
Okay,
Did I get the iced or the hot Tej, Val?
Hmm?
Did I get the iced or the hot Tej?
I feel like I gave you iced. I gave Alara hot and Micah hot. But I feel like, we're both the bisexual girlies, so we get ice drinks.
Yeah, I'm really vibing with this iced Tej.
All right. As you guys sit in chat in the very raucous, thunderous lizard, one of the minstrels, actually, in fact, they are a tabaxi, which means that they and this tabaxi, that means they're a cat person. And this tabaxi walks up to you, and they're kind of orange with long whiskers and tufts of white around their ears. And they walk up to you, and they're playing a little bit of a song. And as you guys are talking, they just kind of lean down and say, "Hello, friends. Would any of you be willing to spot me a piece of gold? I have a bit of a gamble that I want to place a bet on, and I promise it's big returns."
Where are you gambling at, honey?
Oh, it's a little underground.
How far underground?
Well, it's actually above ground, but
Oh my gosh. Well, listen, I lost half my money, so I would like a chance to win it back.
wonderful. She holds out her hand.
But can we go to this place? I would like to bet myself.
Oh, well, it won't be. I'm actually not allowed to bring outsiders.
Oh, then no thank you.
We're not outsiders. Come on.
You're drinking iced Tej, my dear. You're an
I'm
outsider.
not.
Yikes.
Mine's hot in a very big cup.
May I request a vibe check?
You may. I'll do. Yeah. What's your insight modifier?
It is +5.
And would you like me to roll on this dice or on this dice?
The first one.
Okay. It's +5.
Yes, ma'am.
Hard to read. You're not sure.
Can I request a vibe check too?
You absolutely may. Which dice would you like me to roll on?
The first one. Those are so pretty.
And what is your insight modifier?
Insight modifier. +3. Nope. Sorry, that's initiative. Sorry, I can't read.
That's okay.
+1. Sorry.
You get good vibes. You're feeling like this is a good deal.
All right. I like a good gamble. Anyone else going to join me here?
You're not going to ask what the gambling is about?
I want to go. I want to gamble. We can't go for real. Like, please.
Just if you're here tomorrow evening, I will return your winnings to you. I have a surefire strategy.
Yeah, but I want to go.
I'm sorry, my dear. That's just not how it works. Let's see how much gold you put forth, and then maybe tomorrow night we can talk about you coming.
I've already been.
We've got a lot on our plate tomorrow, guys. I don't think we can handle another.
Can I ask this tabaxi's name? Because that's something that we never do, is ask people their dang names.
I know.
Hold on. You may ask.
They might just lie to us and not tell them the real names.
Vibe checks are for.
Katie, I'm on your favorite website.
Fancy name generator.
Yes. Well, my full name is Answered Riddle, but you can just call me Riddle.
Ooh.
Cute. I like it.
It does sound like a tabaxi name. Micah's not going to question it.
Can we get a little song before we give you our goal?
Yeah. So she plucks on a lute and plays a little song about two tiny dinosaurs that meet an interesting creature in the jungle of Cholt. And initially, these tiny dinosaurs are afraid of the creature, but it blesses them with good luck. And they race up to the top of a mountain in the hopes of becoming human one day. And it's just a very kind of mournful, but also lovely little tune.
I wonder what that creature looks like. We might need some luck in the jungle.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm writing down your vibe check results because in case at the end of the campaign you want to know, which you probably won't ever, but
I probably won't remember.
Yeah. It's just sometimes they're really funny. So.
And she just wants 1 gold. That's what she wants.
That's what she's requesting, but she did indicate that you could give more if you want to.
I'm gonna give her 2 gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her some gold too, because why not?
All
I
right.
lost so much money, so where's my gold inventory? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna also give her 2 gold.
All right. Alara gives 2. And how about Micah and Tefra? Are you peer pressured into also contributing?
No.
No.
Okay.
Listen, I lost most of my money. I'm hoping I can make some of it back. But if anything, I lose 2. That's fine.
Oh, how much was the tej that I bought for the table? So I can.
Oh, again, we're just gonna say for like food and drink, you guys should just deduct about 1 silver a day. It's only your like housing and supplies. If you guys decide to buy supplies for the expedition and stuff, that will be different. But just so that way, if you want to stop at a food cart and all that stuff, I'm not constantly asking you to change your purse. So
Gotcha.
I
Good to me.
Mom
Mom says, guys, stop
Yeah.
giving away your gold.
it's like it's like in real life.
Oh my god, the tiny dinos. This is Marta. The tabaxi is Marta. That's so cute. Oh, that's adorable.
I love it.
All right. And with that interaction and your general chatting, etc., at about 11:55, would you like to kind of pay your tab and head out into the street?
Sounds like a plan. Good to see
And-
Shira again.
Yeah, and basically, as you're coming out, she is not just promptly on time. She is 5 minutes early, and she pops up with her kind of long, thin dinosaur, and she goes, "Hi, ladies. Welcome. Have you had a good day?
We certainly have,
Enjoyed your
Shira.
time? Do you spend the whole time at the Thunderous Lizard? The whole time?"
We had a good time over here. You know, we wanted her out a little bit, but
And she
we
kind
came
of
back.
hold on. She assesses you, and she gives you kind of an impressed look. She's like, "You two don't look drunk at all. You hold your tej well, I think."
We do know how to hold our liquor.
And then she kind of looks over to Micah and Tefra and goes, she says, "Are these friends you've picked up? Why is she Western all of a sudden? Hello? Hello?" That's
Hello?
going to keep happening, just so you guys know. This is a thing that is going to happen, is that's just the Chilton accent, is that sometimes it like
ranges.
just shifts around depending on the mood. Yeah, these friends you've picked up?
They are, yeah. You know, they're pretty cool. So we figured we're gonna head back to Kaya's house of repose, and figured you're the best person to bring us there.
And she kind of like is a little confused, and she goes, "Kaya's house of repose? The one just down the street?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you not want patronage? Come on, girl.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, just come on
Listen,
in.
we didn't want to leave you hanging because we made an appointment with you, and we wanted to stay here for you.
Oh,
and
well,
to-
that is so that's really nice of you. Yeah, just go ahead and climb in. And do you still have the helmet that you took? Because
I
now
do.
we have 3. Okay, great. So we've got helmets for everyone. Excellent. Make sure you strap in with the secure straps, and I'll get you there in no time flat. And
Help
you know,
over Micah's horns.
no, it does not. No, it does not. But Shira is kind of focused on driving, so she does not check, which is not very safe of her at all. But that's fine. And she, even with her slow under the speed limit driving, it is faster than walking. She gets you there in about 2 minutes, very quickly. And yeah, she drops you guys right off at Kai's house of repose. And if you go to pay her, she goes, "Oh, no need, it's fine." Do you need a ride in the morning by any chance?
Well, do you know where the merchant quarter is? We might need a ride over there.
Oh, the merchant ward. Yeah, of course I know where that is. I can take you there. What time?
Dawn, right?
No, we're meeting here.
Oh, we're
But
meeting here.
Well,
Yeah.
no, are we doing it after our meeting? Is that what we were thinking?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like we'll meet because were we going to ask her what her opinion of the whole,
That's not in the merchant ward. That's here in the market ward.
No, that's what I'm saying is that we're going to be at the hotel longer. We wouldn't be going we'd having Shira pick us up like at 11 or something when we're done with our morning meeting.
I thought we were going to meet with Konga, but I guess not, unless he's coming over here.
Yeah, Sindra said that they're coming over here.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Forgotten that.
We would leave after that.
Okay. Which
Can I ask her what she knows about the Executioner's Row stuff?
Yeah, maybe sure.
Very sudden.
Oh my! Hold on, I can't get the Austrian accent back. Hold on, I'm stuck in a Western accent. Oh, no, yellow Cleo, the condensation. That's just gonna be my thing to get into it because good God. Okay. Yeah, Executioner's Run is really quite something. I don't go that often because I don't like crowds. And in general, the concept is not a safe one, but it's on outside of the first wall, and it's kind of in the more seedy part of the city. Excuse me to say it. And it's kind of this big pit, and every late morning, they drop in criminals basically, and then they get this head start and they start running, and then they put in adversarious animals, so dinosaurs, panthers sometimes, and other things like that. And if the criminal can make it to the other side of the pit, it's about 200 feet long, I think, and climb out, then they are excused of their crime. But it's really just for, petty criminals. Well, petty to a certain extent, but murderers and stuff, there are trials and justice for that. But
And you trust your justice system? Do you think they did their due diligence in making sure these people were guilty?
Well, look.
ACAB?
Port Nyanzaru, we just, y'all are from Coventry, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
We just, it's a little different here. I'm just going to say this. There is literally a merchant prince that will sell you the license to have someone murdered. So that's the kind
Sounds typical to me, though.
How much does he sell them for?
First of all, girl boss.
Merchant princess, okay.
Well, no, just merchant prince. In that language, there's no gender for that word. It's either prince or princess. What's that from? The
Game of
prince or
Thrones.
princess who was promised. It totally depends on the person that you're trying to have. Sometimes it's not that expensive. Well, I mean, it is to me. I'm just a cabbie, but there would be people who could afford it, obviously, because it happens a couple times a year. But then other times it's like not possible to pay. The price is too high. So, yeah, I'm not really into political science or social science, so I don't have much to say about the justice system other than it feels pretty whack that you can literally just pay your way through murder, but it is what it is.
And can I ask her if she knows Bellum and his husband?
Oh yeah, I do, because I just rolled a natural 19. I do know them. Yeah. Why are you asking about them?
Because Bellum told me his husband was going on executioner's run tomorrow. Do you know them? Do you think he's guilty?
What?
Like, give me the tea, girl.
What? Oh my god, what? Why?
For stealing, supposedly? Question mark.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Draza is one of the most honest people I've ever met. But I mean, sometimes desperation leads you to desperate acts. But as far as I know, their store's doing well. I didn't think that they were in dire straits. That is wild. I can't wait to tell everybody about this. Oh my god.
Okay. Thank
So-
you.
For them.
So we're thinking about helping him out a little bit. So can you tell us anything else about Executioner's Run and how we might attend, if you catch my drift?
Attend. Well, I mean, people line up around the pit to watch. So that's how you attend. You don't have to buy a ticket or anything like that. But if you mean
Jump in. Run around.
Help.
the only way to get into the Executioner's Run is to commit a crime. And then it's too late for you today because now it's after midnight. And for whatever crime you've committed, you're thrown in the next day. So just be aware of that. But this is so great.
It's like, come on. Okay,
Um,
one question.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but like you were saying that they have to run to the other side and climb out and then they could be free. Has anyone ever helped them from the other side of the wall, like with a rope or like
well, there are ropes there. There are ropes already in place there.
or like someone behind there that would help them over? Would that count?
It's really frowned upon because, I mean,
But
I
does it
personally think
work?
that gambling is morally abhorrent, but it is a bit of an addiction in this city. So a lot of people gamble on the results of the Executioner's Run. In fact, there are lots of people who commit multiple crimes just so that they can go into the Executioner's Run again, because, you know, there are a couple of convicts that are actually quite popular in the city and make people a lot of money. So yeah, it's unfortunate, the incentive system that has been built around that, but oh well.
What is the rate of success of people actually getting out of the pit?
Oh, I mean, it happens every time. Every day somebody gets out.
Just one.
I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't go very often.
Okay.
But
just
God,
go who
I don't
gold
think Draza would get out. I mean, Draza's not a hardened criminal. Draza's just a jewelry merchant. He's so
And when you say frowned upon, what does that mean exactly? Do I just get a slap on the wrist if you go in and jump in and help, or you have to do it too? Like, what's kind of the consequences of helping somebody?
It depends on who's betting and how much money they lost.
And did we just give our gold to that bet?
You did. I think you did.
We sure did.
Okay. I've got 2 more final questions and then I'm done.
Okay.
Firstly, is there any way to like patronize these criminals and like give them supplies before they get it, like a la Hunger Games sponsorship situation.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I'm sorry. I mean, I feel like there must be, because I know some of them have like better chances, and sometimes they do have a weapon, I think, but I don't know. I'm so sorry. But because then, like, I feel like the weapons get taken from them, but then somehow they get weapons. So, I mean, interference happens. Interference does happen. Like, I do know that weapons get dropped in, and because of the crowds, sometimes it's hard for the people running the executioners run to see who did it, and so you can get like away with something like that, I guess. But again, I don't know if Draza could even pick up a sword.
Okay, final question for me.
Yeah.
If we were able to provide like proof of innocence before the run starts, what's the likelihood that was it the Flaming Fist would let him go? Or is he still obligated to do the run?
I don't know. I'm so sorry.
And if someone paid to have him on that run, it's probably not a chance.
I think he was set up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God, this is getting more wild and wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think we should do what Teffer suggested in the morning and talk to the store clerk and get a vibe from her again.
Mm-hmm. See if there's anything
What
else
do you know about Carmen? I know I said one last question, but final question.
Hold on. Who?
The bookstore lady. She runs the Cholton chapter.
Oh, I think reading is morally questionable. I don't read.
Okay. That's all from me. I gotta go to sleep. Bye. Thank you so much for the ride.
Bye. Thanks, guys.
I'm gonna
lady. I don't know. Did you want me to pick you up again tomorrow? Oh, I don't know what that is.
You're fine.
And then I run back out. I'm like, oh my God, you know Marcus? Sorry, I just loved him so much.
I have no idea who you're talking about. Sorry.
Another tuk-tuk driver. Never mind.
Oh, there's so many of us.
I'm gonna give Shira 2 gold for her recommendation.
Well, now you kind of roll a perception check for me.
She definitely overcharged you earlier. I don't know why.
15.
Yeah, you definitely hear her say, as she's kind of clopping off, you hear her go, now I feel bad because I really price gouged them.
I love her so much.
And then she just clopped off into the night. And you guys did not make an appointment with her, correct?
No.
Okay.
Because Kaya's is like very close to where the other stuff is, right?
Yes.
So.
Kaya's is. So the idea is that there's this long outdoor market, and on one end is the thunderous lizard, and then on the other is Kaya's House of Repose.
Okay,
We'll
so
just
I got
find another tuk-tuk driver if we need to get further out.
Yeah. And we're gonna need somebody fast to get to the executioner's run tomorrow, if we're still doing that.
True.
Yeah.
Which, damn, I should have gotten to a bar fight while we were still in the Thunderous Lizard.
We just didn't know.
Why?
We just didn't know.
For next time.
Yeah, because it does sound like he's innocent and we need to help him.
Yeah. And who knows what he might give us for helping him. He might know something.
That's
Also,
not the point, Val.
we should try and figure out who's, because it sounds like someone paid to have him in there. And if the bookstore lady is working for the guy that gave us the wine, I can't remember anybody's names, but it sounds like he would be the one who would have done it.
What does he gain?
I don't know. Like, that's what we should find out. Is what do they have?
Not to be a conspiracy theorist, but like
I'm listening.
all of
gonna
them are
follow up?
married, but I mean, somebody could be having an affair with somebody else, and so that's why merchant
No,
prince would
not
pay to put somebody
Jabal.
in there.
We don't know if it literally could be anybody. As long as
I'm
they
just
got
saying.
money.
I'm just saying, it's interesting.
But
That
they
note
were,
you found in his pocket, no, their marriage is strong. I know it.
Tefra's like,
Well-
do not ruin this love for me.
You have more faith in love than I do. What accent was that?
What was that? That
What was that?
really off on you.
Val does not have an accent. What?
Maybe it's
It's not a
time.
little transatlantic accent.
Maybe Val is like one of those parrots where when they start entering into new land, they start slowly adopting the new accent.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So
All right. So
our rooms, did we get completely separate rooms?
No, you got one room with 3 beds and a cot.
Okay.
yeah, just to be safe.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'll
We're
take
all
the
together.
cot. That's fine.
all right. So I guess we just go to sleep.
Go to sleep and
All right. So you can mark on your sheets on D&D Beyond that you had a long rest, which means like Tefra cast a spell, you get that back. I don't think any of you guys had any damage, but you would regain your health. And we'll just say that you guys are conditioned to wake up fairly early just from your general lifestyle. And again, you haven't switched time zones, so you wake up with the kind of before dawn, really, but it's kind of the bluish sky of pre-dawn. Yeah, and you're awake.
all right. And what time are we meeting in the downstairs? I'm assuming.
So Sindra did say that she would come meet you at Kai's House of Repose after she had a nice long evening's rest. And she would meet you at breakfast time, but to you guys, breakfast time means basically the Ask Karkadon because that's how they do things at Sharon Hall.
Okay.
All right.
Let's head down for breakfast.
Let's head on down.
All right.
Yummy.
You guys pick a table and let's see, what do they serve you? I mean, there are a couple of options. There is a overnight oats type thing with some tropical fruit mixed in and a almost agave type sweetener drizzled over with some fibrous seeds as well and some cinnamon and other spices. And then there is a more hearty option that it looks like maybe one large dinosaur egg. And, but it's still in its shell and it's like you crack it open and eat it with a spoon. And then there is the Coventry breakfast, which is basically a full English. And yeah, you guys are welcome to order whatever you'd like.
I'll take the Coventry
Breakfast. Okay.
Mike is gonna have the fruit and the oats.
Okay. Val and Tefra.
I'll have the fruit and the oats as well.
I'll go for the one large egg to diversify.
Nice. I love it. Amazing. Thank you for playing along with me. This is a fun part of it for me. It's just describing all the food. All right. And did all of you guys mark off the 1 gold spent on the night? And you might have done that last time. I just wanted to make sure that it was marked. All right. And you guys sit and the sun rises. It begins to rise. I'll say you guys sit and you finish your breakfast. Like you wait for Sindra for a little bit, but then food starts getting cold. So you guys decide to eat and you eat all the way through till you finish your breakfast and Sindra still has not arrived.
Oh no. It's so bad.
She is never late.
Do we know where she stayed? She said she was staying with a friend.
Like Wakanga in the
Yeah, we
merchant
know
board.
who she stayed with. We don't necessarily know where he lives.
Okay, because I know you guys had a private conversation with her, so she didn't give any information of where she was staying, or no?
Just that she was at her friend's place. She didn't give us an exact address.
Okay.
But from what I hear, Wakanga is pretty well known. I feel like you ask any tuk-tuk driver, we can try asking a tuk-tuk driver, like, you take us over there?
Question for the DM. Is the friend one of the merchant princes? Am I remembering that correctly?
Yes, she has said multiple times
Okay.
Wakanga Otomu. And actually, somebody last time was asking around where they could buy magic items. I believe it was Micah. Or maybe Tefra, I can't remember, but it was one part of your group. And I believe you talked to someone who told you that the merchant prince of arcane items is Wakanga Otomu. So you can confirm that he is a well-known figure in this town.
Okay.
Well, we better go over and see what's the deal.
Yeah.
Syndra is never late, even as
Mm-mm.
frail as she is. She is.
Mhm.
This is not like her.
Yeah.
All right. Just because you guys have a lot to do today, I'm going to start taking the time. So we're
Okay.
going to say that you guys woke up at 6.
Okay.
Timing. So you would have sat down for breakfast around 6:30. And I'm going to say that you waited about an hour and she didn't arrive. So we're at 7:30 at this point.
Okay.
And
Well-
the executioner's run, you said, is around 11-ish?
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Yes.
Part of me thinks we maybe should split up again, or to get one go to one.
Well- Let's just initially go to see if she's there at the merchant prince's house, or you know what I mean, and just kind of decide from there. Like if she's not there anymore, then yeah, I don't know. Like Syndra's the priority over. I
Over an
know
innocent
help
man.
this guy. Well, I'm just saying I know we want to help this guy, but if Syndra's in danger, she should be our priority.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I can't help but think that she would want us to help someone who's innocent.
No, I know.
She can handle herself, even as weak as she is. She is.
So, though, I mean,
She is Syndra Sylvain.
She was barely hanging on.
All right, let's find the fastest tuk-tuk driver in town. Do you know who that is? Definitely not Shira. I love her, but she is not fast. So we gotta get moving.
Yeah, when we hail the cabbies, I want to see if we can find... What was his name again? Marcus?
Marcus.
It was Marcus. So MA'Kus. Marcus.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Did we see him speeding around anywhere? Just out of curiosity.
I'm going to say that it's a possibility he is a cabbie in this city, but we're going to roll for it to see.
Okay.
So who wants to make the roll? Micah, you asked. So
Yeah, I can do it.
okay. So roll me a D100.
A D100.
And I'm going to say there's a 10% chance. So if you roll a 90 or above, then he is in this area at this time.
63.
All right. So it's early. There aren't actually that many tuk-tuks around. And the ones that are occupied by people who you can see now that it's the break of dawn are drunkenly being carted home. So I'm going to say, roll me a general investigation check to see how long it takes you guys to find the cabbie, first of all.
Should we all
All
do
of
that?
us?
No, let's just have Micah, since Micah was the person kind of taking the lead.
What check was that?
Investigation.
Investigation. That is 14.
Okay, so I'm going to say it only takes you about 10 minutes to get into a cab. And it's a bleary-eyed orc, and he's not friendly, but he's not talkative. Yeah, he just pulls up and you guys tell him that you want to go. I'm assuming you tell him you want to go to Wakanga Utomu's villa.
You get us there in 5 minutes. Well, how far is this? I mean, you get us there fast, you get an extra piece of gold.
Not possible. 5 minutes. Not possible.
How fast
Across-
can you get us there?
across-
Genuinely, speed there.
Across the city. Could get you there in half hour. Very
25
fast.
minutes.
No, half hour is already very fast.
25.
25, not possible.
I don't think you can bargain with traffic. Let's just go.
All right, fine.
Bargain with traffic.
You better speed, man, or else I'm gonna.
Okay, you get into the. I'm gonna roll. Oh my
I have a
god!
helmet.
Yeah, you get in, and he like there's a clip, and there's not a bunch of traffic. It's early morning, and you notice that he does avoid the harbor as best he can, where the harbor does seem busy as you pass it, but he actually does get you there in about 20 minutes, actually. So it is he really gets you there.
I'm gonna give him 2 extra gold. Well done, man.
I'm sorry if that was accidentally sexual.
Yeah, that was funny.
Arrive at WO's villa. Sorry, I'm just really trying to keep track of the time here. The Merchant's Ward.
Mm-hmm.
The western half of the city is called the Merchant's Ward because it is the site of the Grand Souk. Some of you have already heard of this. And because many of the merchant princes' villas are here, in general, this is the upper class section of the city, and the majority of the city's merchants and traders actually live and work in the Market Ward, which is where you guys just came from. So you pass some beautiful architecture. Like you can tell automatic, not that the Market Ward was dirty, but the streets are like spick span here. The colors are extra vibrant. The water features are just lovely. Oh, I need to roll for the weather today also. I know that's like so specific, but hold on. My little DM screen is going to tell me how to do that. Sorry. Weather. All right. Oh, why don't one of you guys roll for it? Who wants to roll for the weather today?
I can roll. Am I rolling?
Yeah, Val, why don't you go ahead and roll a d20?
D20. Nope. Nope. Sorry, I clicked D12. Sorry.
Yeah.
Roll. 12.
All right. It is hot. It is 95 degrees outside. Well, like it's 8 a.m., so I'm gonna say it's 85 degrees, but the temperature is climbing. Alara, why don't you also roll me a d20?
Yeah.
And Tefra, you as well.
Oh, wait, I clicked on it. Nothing happened. Oh, to everyone. Okay. 16.
All right. There is a light breeze in the heat. And Tefra?
That's nice.
19.
Ooh.
19?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's fine. It's fine. You're fine. It is pouring down rain, but not in such a way.
All at once? Jesus.
So it's hot.
That's on you.
It's hot. It's a little windy, and it is pouring down rain. The heavy rain started kind of near the end of your cab ride, so it was your cab ride was not impeded by the rain itself.
So basically, we're in Florida.
You could say. All right.
So what
right,
does
so-
Wakanga's house look like? Can we just go up to the door and start pounding on the door? Or does he have guards? Like, who do I got to take out?
You are welcome to do so. Yeah, it's a beautiful palatial tropical home and also a fortress. The outer walls are about 12 feet tall, and they look very thick and topped with carnivore teeth and slivered seashells and broken glass that glitters colorfully. Well, it would if it was sunny outside, but because it's raining, it's just the sound of rain is plinking off the broken glass. And it actually looks quite decorative, but you also recognize it as this is something that would be to deter intruders. But there is a large gate, kind of circular, or what's that word? Like a circular gate, right in the outer wall of the villa.
Are there any guards there?
No, actually, there are not.
There's no one around. It's just the gate.
Not that you see.
Oh, well.
Is it a metal like railing gate or is it like wood?
It's a metal gate.
Do they have an
Just
intercom?
imagine Dallas is there like, let me in. Let me
Can you
in.
just walk through?
It's closed.
No, is it unlocked?
Oh, I'm
the first
sorry.
question.
So do you go up and investigate it?
Yes.
Yeah.
All four of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so as you walked
God.
up, there were not guards outside of the gate, but as you walk up, you do see that there is like this entryway, like porte-cochere almost, domed porte-cochere, and on the inside of the porte-cochere, there are 5 soldiers.
Okay, and can we flag them to be like, hey, we're here for our friend Syndra? Like, would they hear us?
Yeah, they could hear you.
Okay, so basically, we don't want to cause harm or have them try to attack. So we're like, we're here for our friend Syndra. She was supposed to meet us, and she stayed here last night.
Yeah, I'll show them the signet ring for House Sylvain because I assume they would know that Cinder Sylvain is staying here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, Alara, roll me a persuasion check with advantage because Micah is assisting.
Okay, so just hit persuasion.
Twice.
If you right click on it, you can do advantage.
So I got 17, the first one, and then you want me to do it again?
Yeah.
Okay. 17 and then 7.
Okay, so 17. So these 5 men in their guard type uniforms, they're not in heavy leather by any means. They're in bright, colorful robes, but you can see that they are armed, some with swords and daggers, and others with these long, unusual stick-like weapons with a blade at the end. And one of them, who seems a little younger than the others, initially they kind of don't even pay attention to you as you're trying to wave them down and get their attention. But once you say, we're here to meet our friend Syndra, one of them does kind of walk over to you a little grumbly and kind of listens to what you're saying, sees the signet ring on Micah's hand, and then kind of does a gruff nod and gives you a wait here sort of signal. And then he kind of like whistles off to one of the other guards and says something to him in a language you don't comprehend. And that guard kind of runs off, and he gives you another kind of 5, like, stay, but also 5 minutes kind of thing. And then he goes back and sits on the wall with his other guards and buddies, but he keeps an eye on you. Do you do anything in the interim, or do you just wait for whatever is to come?
I turn to Val and I'm all like, are we waiting? What are we thinking here?
I feel like we gotta wait. If it's more than 5 minutes, I'm gonna kill somebody.
Yeah, because they don't. I think we can take them.
I mean, I'm sure we can, but
their weapons don't seem all that impressive.
Alara is such a 17-year-old. Like, this is spot on.
I'm telling you, I will be dead by probably the next campaign. But
all right, well, you guys don't have to wait too long. It's not even really 5 minutes before the guard who was sent off arrives, and in his wake is that's Jabal, excuse me, is a man with friendly, sparkling eyes and deep umber skin, a black curly beard with 3 braids kind of going down towards his chest and gold rings wrapped around each braid. He has gold earrings in his like 3 gold earrings in each of his ears. They're little hoops. He has a gold silken head wrap around, and he's wearing robes of the deepest, most beautiful navy blue, and his lips are painted gold, and his eyelids are also dusted with a gold shimmer. And he walks up to you and says, "Hello, my esteemed friends. I apologize, I was not here to greet you. I was at breakfast. But my compatriot here tells me that you are with Syndra, my dear friend." All right.
Yeah, she okay?
Yeah, she was supposed to be here. And
Well, she is here, but I'm sorry to tell you that she has taken very ill. But please do come in, And he kind of, what's the word? He gestures to some of the gladiators, and they creak open the iron gates, and he invites you into his villa, and it is lit with tons of candles and beautiful. It is lit. Yeah, it's lit. With beautiful candles that seem to not be melting. There's soft music that's playing throughout the whole building, but you're not sure where it's coming from. There are lots of doors all around. There are swords mounted on all the walls, and beautiful ornate area rugs cover the floors. And yeah,
where are the candles? Could Val theoretically like nick one?
They're on all the walls. They're on all the walls.
How big are they?
Like a taper candle. They're
I'm
like
just gonna pop Val. No.
We all know what she's thinking.
You'd have to do a contested stealth check. So Val would have to roll stealth, and then Tefra, all the guards, and Wakanga would roll perception checks. So Val, it is up to you.
All right. I guess I'll listen to Tefra for now.
Okay.
But I'm taking one of those candles. Whether he gives us a one. Yes, if he better give us one then. If you don't want me to steal it.
So he brings you into the entryway. It's pleasant, breezy, with the wind and the rain, but there is no rain here because it is covered. It's a tiled, covered courtyard, and it includes a splashing fountain and beautiful, luscious green plants everywhere. He points off to one room and he says, "I do have a washroom if you'd like to refresh yourselves." And excuse me.
Is he telling us we stink?
He's just giving you Port Nyanzaru hospitality. I almost said hostility. Anyway,
Not the same thing.
yeah. Yes. So the courtyard opens up 2 stories tall, and you can see balconies and a large staircase in front of you, and but it is covered. And he goes, unfortunately, Sindra took ill last night. I can have some tej prepared if you'd like to, if you'd like some, but
I would prefer just to see her.
Yeah.
Please take us to her.
Oh, I do need to understand, what is your relationship with her?
We're her guild. We're trying to help with her condition, and
Yes.
we were told to come and see her, and
she would want to see us.
Yes.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay, persuasion.
18.
I get 12.
All right. So he looks at Val and he goes, he's just Val and you. He senses he just senses something, and he goes, Of course. Although I'm rather afraid you're not going to like what you see. So he brings you up these grand staircases, and he there's a servant there waiting, and he kind of snaps his fingers at them and kind of says something to them in a language you don't understand. But hold on, I think little K might be at my door. Give me 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
From little K.
Always have to have a little K.
Oh no, she's gone.
Roll some dice.
That was
Okay,
so
come
weird.
back.
I totally heard her breathing and like a knock on my door, but she's gone. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, creepy.
too long.
So creepy. So he says something to that servant, and it's in a language you don't understand, but you do catch the word tej, and some other things, and the servant scurries off, and he leads you up these staircases, and there is a long hall with lots of doors, all down it, and he walks you down to 3 doors down, and he holds his hand in front of one of the doors and whispers something, and you all hear kind of the telltale signs of a magical lock unlocking, and he brings you into the room. And it is a very well adorned guest bedroom with its own water features and lovely windows looking out onto the merchant's village, and flowing drapes. And in the bed is, oh my gosh, hi, welcome. In the bed is Syndra Sylvain, and her eyes are closed and she is breathing very shallowly, and and she is,
Val is like gonna run over and like kneel on the bed and like take her hand and be like, Syndra.
She does not respond.
Fuck.
Wakanga says she collapsed. Oh, what is his accent? He's Australian. I'm sorry, guys. I've not met Mercer. I'm not going to be able to keep it consistent. She collapsed right after dinner last night. I knew she was unwell, so I had her. We dined together in this room at that table, and he points to a little table in the corner, and there was a chair with pillows propped up in it. He said, I tried to make her as comfortable as possible, but she just seemed to get sicker and sicker as the meal continued. And so finally I insisted she get into bed, and she couldn't even stand. And so I tried to help her up, and that's when she collapsed into my arms. And I'm having all my arcane mages, my clerics are coming in to check on her. And there is a woman in the room with you, and she's dressed in similar clothes to the servant you saw Wakanga talk to on the stairs. And she is next to kind of basins of water and cool cloths, and you see kind of smelling salts and other herbal medications and stuff. And but she has her head bowed, and she's not making movement while Wakanga is in the room.
Oh man, this is getting bad. We need to start our way we came here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way to save her.
We have to skip everything else. We need to go immediately to get those charter things. We need to start our mission.
Yeah.
We can't wait.
It really can't.
Sorry to fucking Draza, but
yeah, I agree.
Did Azon, he said something about being able to help us get the charter quickly, right?
Yeah.
So like Val's probably going to turn to Wakanga and be like, where is Azon and Jabal's house? How fast can we get there quickly? Can you take us there? We need his help. We met him last night. Well, these two did, but.
Or can you do thing?
Yeah.
Charter?
Yeah. Can you help us?
No, I'm afraid the charter of exploration is really the Flaming Fist. I know Jabal has some leadway with that, but for the most part, you would have to go to Fort Balerion. And also, Jabal's main thing is that you are supposed to hire a sanctioned guide to help you in the jungle. And all of these are rather expensive. I know that the charter itself is about, I think it's about 50 gold, and guides range from a couple of gold a day, and expeditions can take dozens of days, and they usually require a full month's payment up front.
Or we go to that port and do it all ourselves, and it's free.
Well, but if Jabal finds out you went into the jungle without a sanctioned guide, there would be hell to pay.
Well, if we can't,
I'll pay it then.
Either
What the
pay
fuck
gold or
can you
you
do?
pay hell. Excuse me, sorry. He says that. He's like, I've had a lot of tish this morning. Sorry, I'm really stressed out.
So we meet with Jabal, get this guide hiring process going, go get our
It's like, I feel like he's ripping
charter, and get on the road.
I don't know if I agree with paying, because he's just getting money out of us. Like, we can do.
And you gave money to a minstrel yesterday. It's going somewhere.
This is 50
You
gold. I don't even have 50 gold myself.
Is money
pay for
more
it.
than Syndra's life? We have to get going on
That's what I'm
this.
saying. We should go, but let's just
Yeah.
go ourselves. We don't need to pay him. We can go.
Kongi's like, I'm not hearing any of this. And he
I
just
don't
walks over
want-
to Syndra and he like takes her hand in his and he kind
I'm
of
saying let's just go to that port, get our own license, and just go. We don't need
I
to
don't
pay.
want anyone on our tail.
Yeah,
because we
but
pay the proper
you
fees.
don't think the person that he's putting us with isn't on our tail and spying on us and doing whatever? I mean, I'm not going to trust that guy.
Then we lose them in the jungle. But it's better to get things done correctly up front.
It
to
isn't
avoid
correct, though. It's just
complications for as long as we can.
I'm just gonna hold on. I'm just gonna pop in here to say, try not to talk over each other because of StreamYard, both of your voices cancel out. So it's totally fine to have an argument in character. I love it. I love the RP, but try and make sure that one person can finish their thought before you step in, so that way everybody can hear what's being said. Thank you.
All right, you go.
It's better to get everything squared away up front so we can avoid any issues and complications for as long as we can. If this is the quickest way to get into the jungle without having anybody after us, then I say it's what we do.
Is that your biggest concern? Is that just being that someone would come after us?
I don't know what would happen, and it's better to know what we're dealing with than to risk something.
But do you feel like we know? Because I don't know if we can trust this guy. That's my only thing, is I don't feel like I can trust this guy because he's already making us pay 50 gold for a license or whatever, when we could just go to the port ourselves and get it for 1 gold. And then
Wakanga interrupts you at that moment and he says, "Oh no, I'm sorry if I misspoke. Jabal, he does not charge you for anything. He requires the guides to pay him a certain amount, and that's why they're sanctioned by him. It is the Flaming Fist at Fort Balerion that charge you the 50 gold for the expedition, charter of expeditions. So sorry if I misspoke."
Okay.
Like I
Fuck the
said,
Flaming Fist. I'm not giving them jack shit.
like I said, I've had a lot of Tej this morning.
I agree with Micah. I think we should. Sorry, Alara, but I think we need to go about this the conventional way, so that we don't have any like targets on our backs.
But is that conventional, going to the Flaming Fists? I feel like
it is here.
Because remember when we first got here, they said all we had to do was sail to that port, get our license, and go. And now that we're in this port, they're saying, no. You have to go through the Flaming Fists, and you have to hire.
No, I think it said from the beginning the Flaming Fist is at the port we need to go to get. I think they've always been
the same. Okay.
Yeah.
I just misunderstood then. Okay. I thought it was that originally it was just, you just go to the charter office, you get your charter, and then you go to the jungle. And now it's become this like, oh, no. You got to go through the Flaming Fists and hire their guides and da-da-da-da. That's what made me suspicious. I was just like, can't we just do it ourselves? Is what I'm thinking.
Right. There is a lot of steps. It's easy to get them muddled.
Yeah. Okay. So if that's the only way to do it, then I guess we have to do it that way. If that's the only way. Is that the only way?
Is what the what? Sorry?
Is that the only way to get our charter through the Flaming Fist? Can we get it any other way?
I do know that Jabal and the Flaming Fist have an understanding with each other, but Jabal is not one to give out favors willy-nilly. So,
but I mean, like the charter office, like
there's not a charter office in Nyanzaru, unfortunately.
Okay.
You think there would be one though?
Yeah, bad planning.
That does seem like an oversight.
Okay, so that's literally our only option.
All right, so we should go see Jabal about this. And
can I ask Wakangu? First of all, can I vibe check Wakangu? Because
you may absolutely vibe check.
Why was she in a magically locked room?
Do you ask him that?
Yeah. Do you have enemies? Like, what's your situation?
He kind of laughs at you and he goes, well, my dear, the merchant princes are in general a appealing target, and Sindra at this moment, as you can see, is quite helpless. She's a hero of the realm. I want to give her as much protection as possible, and if you want to roll a perception check for me, you can.
Okay.
And that's different than the vibe check. We'll also do a vibe check on him, but
Okie dokie. Oh, slay. Stop. Jesus. Ooh, not slay. 8.
an 8. Okay, then you do not. Yeah, you just okay. So now let's roll that vibe check, and you're +5.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little hard to read, but you do see the way that he holds Syndra's hand, and every so often during the conversation, he puts the back of his hand to her forehead and kind of tisks in discontent and stuff like that.
Okay. And then can I ask him about his opinions on Azon and Jabal? Are they trustworthy? Will they try to...
Jabal is one of the least trustworthy people I know. Azon is a good man.
He seemed like a good man.
How's a good man with a bad man?
The hot
Man.
ones.
I mean-
the hot ones.
Bad boys.
What would we need to do for Jabal for a favor?
Well, we know what he wants.
Do you?
Yeah, he wants the map of the coast that Syndra made.
And he kind of looks at Syndra admiringly, and he goes, "She always was such a talent. May I see this map?"
I don't have it. Who has the map?
Val.
I do.
Val has it.
Can I do a vibe check too?
Yeah, absolutely. What's your modifier?
+1.
You watch him. You see the same things that Tefra sees about the way that he is caring for Syndra, and you find a kindred spirit in him in that, and you see the way he you can tell he really cares for her in a platonic way.
All right, I'm gonna pull the map out of my boobs, out of my bra. Like, kind of
split away. It's 85 degrees.
just kind of wave it around to get dry it off a little bit and open it on the bed.
Amazing. +5.
Sorry, it's a bit hot here, and I wanted to make sure it was safe. So, apologies if it's a little damp.
That's okay. Interesting. All right, but then he looks over it and he's like, "This is remarkable. I can understand why Jabal wants it, but this is, it's priceless. You almost wouldn't need a guide." And he looks at you. He's like, I don't know what your level of survive skill is, but in terms of navigation, this is incredible. This would do half the job for you. Of course, this is not me encouraging you not to get a guide. I would not admit to that. But this is truly priceless. I would not go flashing this around. Port Nyanzaru people and Jabal even would kill to get this. And he hands it back to you.
I just looked it up. I just feel like we should just go. I know you.
I don't
guys
think
want-
we need a guide.
I don't think we need a guide. I don't think we need a charter. I think we should just go.
Excuse me?
Okay.
I hate that.
Hell? That is horrifying.
Well, but it's all with the flaming fists. It's all. There's nothing. If we get the charter, if we get the guide, we're going to be involved with the flaming fist, and it could be 4 against an army to get that map. They're gonna if Jamal would kill for that map, you don't think he would try and kill us to get it? And we're about to go to dinner with him? I just don't trust it.
I say we get the hell out of town and just get into the jungle.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
The jungle has some creatures that could help us, if we meet some
creatures. I think we should do this as above board as we can.
Mm-hmm.
But there is no above board. They're corrupt. They've always been corrupt. They've been corrupt forever. God, the Flaming Fist is like.
Well, we got to play by their board.
So they're killing an innocent
I don't want to
guy.
play in their board.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah. I agree with Val. I think we should just go.
The only people we can trust are ourselves and Syndra. Sorry, Wakanga. I still don't know you, but
He kind of rubs his beard and he goes, "Oh, I get it." and then at that moment, another servant does walk in, and there is a platter of Tej cups, and he walks up and offers one to Wakanga, who takes it, and then comes around to the four of you and offers you cups of Tej, steaming hot Tej.
it's not ice.
No,
I don't want it.
thanks. I think I'm Tej now.
I don't want any Tej, but thank you.
Thank you.
The servant just stands there and holds it.
Micah feels bad and takes one.
Okay. And then the servant goes and stands in the corner and just stays there with their tray.
Okay, because listen, I've remembered my backstory and stuff. I'm from the Dark Cape, which is supposedly similar terrain to this jungle, and I have like the natural explorer with the swamp expertise. So I feel like my character and my favorite enemy is the undead. So I feel like we'd be okay until I die.
Thinking highly of yourself and your skills there.
I feel like we would be good, because do we really want to work with the flaming I forgot their names. I was gonna
Say we go into the jungle, we find what we need to find.
Yeah.
And do we return to Coventry without Syndra?
We have to come back here.
We're supposed to come back here for her, right? So
Yeah,
then
but
if we have a target on our back, it makes coming back here harder, right?
But you don't think we're gonna have targets on our backs working for these guys? They're gonna just steal the map and try and kill us.
Tefra, I think we already have a target on our back, because Azon knows about the map, which means Jabral knows about the map, which means the Flaming Fist knows about the map, and I'm worried if we go there, we don't make it into the jungle at all.
Yeah.
And we're the last ones. We need to get the Soulmonger.
Yeah.
I would
We
like
have to save her.
one final vibe check on Wakako.
Sounds good.
What is he up to?
What's your modifier?
What is this again? Insight?
Insight, yeah.
+3.
Super hard to read.
Because we're just having this discussion in front of him and these two servants.
Mm-hmm. In fact, yeah, I mean, I would say that you just kind of glance over at him and he is listening to the conversation, but his reaction, his anything, is super hard to read.
Am I the only one who has
Wakanga.
a vibe check? I think I haven't. So maybe I should.
Tefra, Val, and Micah have all done vibe checks.
Okay, I'll do one too. Just
All right. What's your modifier?
+2.
Super hard to read.
Of course.
Okay, one final vibe check, but for the lady in the corner with her head down, what's her deal?
Which one? The servant with the platter, the servant by the medicinal stuff?
By the medicinal stuff.
Okay. Sorry. Tefra checks. Thank you. Sorry, I just had to write down who she is. And yours is +5, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You are able to see that. Just what's your specialty at the Sharonall Advisory again? You in politics?
I don't remember.
I think you're in
Yes.
politics. You're able to read rooms pretty well, and you see that she is dressed in the clothes of a servant, and she is kind of what's the word? I don't know, like she's got supplies and stuff around her that would indicate that she is a medic, but just from the way she holds herself, from the way, even with her head down, her eyes are on Sindra, her eyes are on Wakanga. Her eyes, when the door opened, shifted over to that door and did an assessment. That reminds you of the way that Val has been trained, and how Val can assess a room sometimes.
Okay.
I'm gonna mull over that information.
Mm-hmm.
Wakangu, question mark, I don't know if that's his name.
It's Wakanga Otamu. I get it wrong too, don't worry.
Thank you.
Wakanga. Like kind of like Wakanda, but with a G.
Well, okay. Micah and I were invited to dinner with Azon and Jabal.
Oh.
Do you think we will make it out alive? Do you think they'll try to kill us on the spot for this map?
Oh, I mean, Jabal's not trustworthy, but he's not unnecessarily violent. I mean, if you guys have already had an interaction, they know about the map?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Did they make you an offer for it?
Mm-hmm.
No, not them. Carmen from Charlton Chapters very intensely offered some money for it, I guess, in their stead. But
he goes, oh, her, yeah.
I'm getting mixed feelings about this Carmen. Oh my gosh.
She's a bit of a menace. I know Jabal's been trying to figure out how to untangle himself from her for a while, but she just won't get her claws out of him. The woman is obsessed, if you ask me.
So
maybe it's none of my business, but it's still fun to talk about.
I do also love a bit of gossip.
Well, let me tell you this then, all right? She follows him around. Well, I mean, as much as a regular citizen can follow a merchant prince around. Literally so obsessed with him, but he's married, devoted. But I think she's got it in her to try and get him in her grips eventually. And Azon doesn't even recognize it. It is so obvious to everybody else. But the thing about Carmen is that she's got so much knowledge and information. You know, with her bookstore, she's just kind of the crossroads of info. Jabal keeps around because she's useful, but I think he should just cut it off because she is giving dangerous, if you ask me. She's giving fatal attraction, if you ask me. It's very unfortunate.
So she's capable of framing a man for stealing?
That's a really weirdly specific question. I mean, I wouldn't put it past
the whole thing.
I wouldn't put it past her. I mean, she's strange. She's a strange one. She's intense. That's a great way of describing her. Intense. Yeah. But sorry, you were asking about Jabal and Azon. Jabal typically doesn't get violent, especially if his husband is in the room. He is an offer first, but eventually gets what he wants kind of guy. So he'll make you a deal, and if you accept it, all will be well. And if you don't accept it, and he just pauses and doesn't finish his sentence.
How does he feel about haggling?
I mean, he's a merchant, but at the end of the day, he wants to get what he wants.
Well, he's not getting this map.
All right. And with that, we're just going to take a teensy little break. And for the people who are watching, I'm just going to play the intro again. So these people, my amazing co-hosts, can go to the bathroom. You guys can go ahead while I explain this. The break has started. Go. Oh my God.
Okay.
Anyway, we're fine. And I'm just going to put a banner up to say that we're on a break. And if we are not back before the end of break, my deepest apologies, but I'm also putting up this banner on a break, and I'm also going to play the intro again. All right. Wonderful. Ooh, Katie, what'd you grab?
That looks good.
I got some donuts. Val just now has a donut.
Slay. Oh, I want a donut so bad.
Oh,
That would be so delicious. I need to make a an actual like break player that's like 3 minutes long, just so we have an actual break that we can take. Oh my gosh, are those just like classic glazed? What kind of donut are they?
I know, it looks so good.
It's a sugar ring.
Oh, what does that mean?
Yeah. It's like a yeast donut with sugar all over it.
Oh, okay. Got it. Oh, I see.
GG, that's so funny.
Oh my gosh, while we're on our break, shall we do the official reveal of Val made by the amazing Gigi? Shall we?
Yes.
All right, let me open this in browser maybe. Can I do that? Excellent. All right, hold on. Presenting, share screen. No, wait. Will it pick my screen? I forget. Share screen. Window. Here she is. Boom.
Whoa. Oh my gosh.
That's so cool.
Wow.
I know.
Oh,
So, amazingly done.
It looks so good.
Amazingly done.
I love that.
Isn't she beautiful with the hair? I just love how the hair seems to glow.
yes.
Right? The
Oh,
girl. Hearts. Flora approves. Yeah. Val is gorgeous. So, yeah, I think I'm going to send, once they're all done, because Gigi's working on Micah right now. And once they're all done, I will send them to you. And that way, if you guys ever go off screen, we can have that be your avatar if you want. I wish there was a way on StreamYard to be like, to have it in the image with you. I feel like that'd be cool, but I don't think that there is a way. All right. Is everybody ready to dive back in?
let's do it.
All right. So also, why did I not change it? I literally did all of this work. You're in a Merchant Princess Villa, guys. Come on.
Oh, yes.
And then I don't do it. You guys, I need you to help me out. Anytime we're in like a new location, be like, Wallace, do you have a background for this? Let me know, because that's going to be helpful for me. All right. So Val has just ended kind of mic drop moment of, well, he's not getting that book. So what's the plan?
Okay, so you guys know where Val and I stand, but where do you guys stand? Where do you stand?
Pretty oppositely. I think it's clear we're opposed on this.
Okay, so you guys have not budged.
No.
You still want
And we don't all, I hate to separate us again, but we don't all have to go because he only met Micah and I.
Yeah, but I mean, Val and I want to go to the jungle like now, and you both still want to meet with. You still want to go to that dinner?
I mean, I'm not saying wait until dinner. I don't know how they are, with pop-up guests, but
Wakanga kind of.
What if we flip a coin?
Goes, not every merchant prince is as accommodating as I am to uninvited visitors. Just FYI.
How about we flip a coin? Val and Alara, I'm Val. Alara and I's decision on one side, you choose decision on the other side. We flip it. Whoever wins, wins. And no more complaints. It's just the easiest way for us to get going, because the more we sit here and argue, the longer Syndra sits here without a plan, she's going to die. And we can't have that. So we need to.
She could die at any point when we're in the jungle.
The faster we get there and the faster we get back.
That's why we're here.
The woman in the corner who Tefra had kind of eyed before kind of does say, I do believe she is recovering. She is better this morning than she was last night. Her breathing has evened. From what Bakonga has told me, you all traveled here by magical means?
Mhm.
Yes.
I believe that just had a very large effect on her, but I cannot heal the wound on her stomach for some reason that will not. I don't know what that was. Was that me?
Oh, I don't know. What was that?
No idea.
I didn't know it was you. Yeah.
That was so strange. It sounded like it was coming through the computer to me, but anyway, my bad. But she says, last night I believe she collapsed from exhaustion, but she is resting now. And the reason she will not wake is because I have made her drink some concoctions to put her into a deep sleep. But she is improving. Not the cut on her stomach. That is getting worse and harder to control the bleeding, but I do not believe the situation is as dire as it may seem. And Makanga kind of turns to her and goes, why didn't you tell me that? Why did you wait for them to arrive?
Yeah.
Why did you wait for them to arrive and not tell me that? And she kind of quietly goes, you do not like it when we speak to you, sir.
Ooh.
Okay. Wow. Damn.
Yikes.
I would like to thank her. Does that put you at ease a little bit, Val?
Not
Knowing that
particularly.
she's in the best care that she could get here while we're like.
So
Wakongo.
against
Wakonga.
There you go. That's correct. Makonga, yes. I totally get it. Bal. He doesn't know any of your names, actually.
I feel like
Madam Drow.
he probably would have asked us.
Yes. Yes. You guys have exchanged names when you were in the foyer, we'll say. Like, he kind of gives you a little glistening eye wink and goes, he says he calls you by the wrong name as well.
Excellent. As a merchant prince of arcane magics, do you know anything about the soulmonger and how we could find it, what it needs to be done to it?
Only what Sindra shared with me last night. I would love to be of assistance to you, though, in some way. I do have some magical items that I could sell to you. I'm the only person in the city who has access to such sources, items.
Well, we'll definitely want to take a look at that inventory
All right.
before we leave.
Sure.
Right.
And
If
you
you would
will
tell me-
do your best.
It's a large inventory. If you would tell me what you're interested in, I could kind of have my people bring forward the supplies.
I'm interested in some of those candles, I won't lie.
Oh,
They look like they don't.
Sorry. Those are my personal items. I could sell to you various spell scrolls and various potions of certain power. Like,
Not a candle that doesn't melt?
I'm sorry. That is my personal collection.
so many.
Okay.
I have a question for Wakanga.
All right.
As a fellow merchant prince, could you send word to Jabal? I know you are not as involved in this as we are, but we need to see him sooner rather than later, and I don't know if waiting till dinner is the best move. Just, even if it's just a little like, hey, would this be okay kind of thing.
He kind of gives you a, oh, sweet summer child look. Because I do believe that any sort of interference on my part would do you more harm than good. Jabal and I are not aligned in our interests.
No, I guess we're just gonna have to go knock on the gate of Jabal's house. How far away is it?
He says, oh, well, it's just out there. And you look out that window, which overlooks the merchant villa and the merchant village, I should say. And there is another villa. He says, the one with all the tapestries. So there is a villa where the walls are festooned with silk draperies, tapestries, and the mounted heads of beasts.
Now, Val and I were not invited. So
I don't think they know you
yeah,
exist in regards to Micah and I.
right.
I mean,
So-
Val has that paper that Azon definitely dropped, and we could return it to him.
That's true. We could use
Yeah, I
that
may
as
have lied about the dropping of it, but yeah, we'll call it that.
Yeah, that could be a good way to get in early. But what I'm saying is should Val and I hang back because we were not invited
Possibly, yeah. Hang back with the map.
with the map?
Yeah, with the map.
That's what I was thinking.
We could go talk to the jewelers.
Yeah.
See if we still want to do Draza.
Can we get a time check?
Executioner's Run.
Yeah. What time is it?
I would say at this point it's about 9 a.m.
Okay, so we still have time if we did want to help that guy. You want to split up and you guys try the prince and we'll try the merchants?
We'll see what we can do about our entire agenda. And I think we have to have it drop dead. We must leave by this time. Like, we got to get out of the city tonight.
By what time?
We can't stay here. Whatever time we decide, 6 p.m., 7.
Wakanga,
We have to start moving towards the fort.
have you purchased all your supplies for an expedition into the city or into the jungle? Excuse me.
No, but we could do that. Oh, honestly, let's see what kind of deal Micah and Tefra can make.
What kind of supplies do we need?
I'm not an adventurer myself. In fact, Jabal would be the one to know. But there are things out in the jungle, not just creatures and monsters, but strange mists and bad water and insects and disease. Most people go out with an entire caravan of dinosaurs and pack animals and multiple guides and protectors and soldiers and gladiators.
I know
I would
you
just,
said
I would
you
just
never
hate to
returned.
see. I would just hate to see Syndra's personal friends go off someplace, be unprepared, and be swallowed whole by the jungle.
Well, we can worry about supplies when we're actually headed out, right? So let's.
I assume the Flaming Fist would love to make a deal with us.
I mean, look, I
Telling us
just
this
heard you say that you were gonna leave at 6 p.m. tonight, and it's already 9 a.m. and I just don't see how it's feasible for you to get all the supplies you need in that time.
Aren't we going to the fort first?
The fort is 8 days away in the jungle. You need supplies to get to the fort.
You have offered us some magical items for sale. You have potions of healing, maybe some things that could help ward off these poisons and toxins that you've mentioned.
Well, so there you can find a lot of the things for like the medicines and the insect repellent and stuff. You can find all of that in the market ward. But yeah, I've got some more magical means to fix poisoning, etc.
Okay.
That would be.
If you get me a list of what you need and let's say send a courier my way and get it to me by let's say 2 p.m., I can have things ready for you by dinner time.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's great. Thank you.
I will be requiring the gold though up front, and just so you know, we're gonna get a little meta level here. But basically for a potion of a common sort, it's going to be 80 gold pieces. For a potion of uncommon, it's going to be 300 gold. For a spell scroll of first level, it's going to be 100 gold. For a spell scroll of second level, it's going to be 550 gold.
Well, you guys can get what you need. I have like 40 gold.
I don't have the funds. Hey, maybe you'll make it back with whatever betting charade that's going on. You don't want to stay around for your winnings potentially?
I think if we're going to go, obviously we're going to need a lot more supplies and things like that. That when we do leave here, the city, it'll probably be tomorrow. Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. So today, let's just get all of our stuff figured out, a plan. Let's get a plan together, and then whatever we decide to do, we can start tomorrow. Does that sound
Fine.
good?
Okay, so we should get moving then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We all agree.
Mm-hmm.
So Tefra and I are going to go see if we can get in a little early, right? So we would need the note.
Yeah.
Oh. Pulls it out of her bra again, her Birkin bra. Yeah.
Okay.
Are we all leaving the room or?
Yeah. Right. We're leaving now because we're going to go to the merchant ward to talk.
Okay.
To
Please, of course. And he reaches out to the servant with the tray and he says something to them in his language, and they place the tray down on that table that he said where Sindra and he dined, and he said, "Don't you worry, we'll take good care of her." And the other servant comes to you and kind of beckons to you that he will show you the way out.
Val's gonna go over to Wakanga really quickly
Okay.
and be like, "Please, do whatever you can to keep her alive. I beg you, please don't."
And he kind of takes your hand in his, and he says it with, wait, how old are you, Val?
100 and something. Hold on. I have this written down.
But how long?
130 in elf years, so like 25, 26.
How long?
in
How
human?
long have you been at the advisory? Sorry, is what I should ask.
How long have I been at the advisory?
10 years?
15, I think.
15.
15. I think she's been there the longest.
So he takes your hand in his, and he goes, and he says this respectfully. He's not trying to be condescending, but he says, "My dear, I have known her and loved her far longer than you have. I will guard her with my life."
Thank you. And then I leave.
Okay.
So we should have a meetup spot if Mike and I are able to get in and get out quickly. So
Okay. Should we just meet?
We're gonna
So where we're sleeping?
the House of Repose, because we're gonna head over back to the merchant ward to kind of feel around there and get our stuff. So
okay.
Get the info potentially about Draza and
Dang it, I should have asked Wakanga.
Wakanga.
No, it's just Wakanda, like in the head.
Can I pop back in and be like, "I'm so sorry, excuse me."
we can retcon it. Don't worry. What did you want to ask?
I wanted to ask him about how to get Draza out of Executioner's Run. Like the best way to help him. Is it a lost cause?
He would have responded with kind of saying that people do interfere with the Executioner's Run. It actually happens all the time. It is frowned upon, and sometimes you can even find yourself in the next day's Executioner Run for doing so. And or a lot of times you will be forced to work off the loss that you caused to the gambler who caught you. So a lot of times you're forced to work that off, being paid like let's say you cost somebody a gold piece, that's like 10 days of work on the city watch or something like that. So you can work off your debt.
Okay.
And this is happening at 11, correct?
Roughly. For the sake of timekeeping, yeah, we're gonna say just before lunchtime.
Okay,
11.
so we have to, if we're going to meet up before Executioner's Run, then we're probably going to have to do that. We probably only have about an hour.
Yeah, we've got to hustle.
Yeah. If it's
or me and Alara could head over to Executioner's Run and get Draza out.
We can try to meet before Executioner's Run, but because Tefra and I don't know how long what we're doing is going to take, if we don't show up, don't assume the worst immediately.
Okay.
Would never assume the worst.
With you, Micah, I wouldn't care. I'm just kidding.
So let's meet at the Executioner's Run then at 11. If you guys are done, come there instead of the House of Repose. We will get there, and if you're not there, we'll do that. And if Draza is saved, Draza
If you
is safe.
If you can't save him, tell Belena I'm so sorry.
I love
and
Tefra is just like all about the love.
And you guys do know from all of your talking with, you talked with Shira, you talked with Bellum, you talked with Wakanga. You know that the Executioner's Run is outside of the city in a place called the Old City. And it's actually adjacent, like, to the Merchant's Ward. So you're actually fairly close to the Executioner's Run now.
Slay. Love to know that. Yes, perfect. But we have to get back to the Merchant's Court. Or
to the market.
Market ward.
Oh, the market. Oh, okay. So it's close. Okay. I guess we're just gonna have to go to the Executioner's Run and try to feel out if we can buy Draza out.
Yeah.
That might be a good plan. Anyway, Micah, can we head out?
Yes.
Well, we've still got a little bit of time.
We could do our shopping in the afternoon.
Yeah. Afternoon shopping. Well, because we have to take Draza back to his husband.
Hopefully, yes.
Hopefully. Or go back to tell Bellum.
All right. So, I guess, so just so I'm clear as the DM, Micah and Tefra are going to go to Jabal's merchant villa. And Val and Alara, you guys are going to the market ward for what purpose?
We're going to the Executioners. We're going to there first.
You're going to the Executioner's Run.
Yes.
Yeah.
We want to
because it's like we
Right
want to
now.
suss it out. We want to talk to people. Yeah, right now because it's too
Okay.
close to 11 to go back and forth. So
Okay.
we're gonna go over there. Also, can Val try to steal a candle when we're walking out?
God.
Yes. I would say roll a stealth check or sleight of hand check, actually.
Sleight of hand. Okay.
And Wakanga is up in the room. You're with the. I'm gonna roll perception checks for the servant, and then let me roll a d4 for 3 of the 5 soldiers. So 4 perception checks. So what'd you roll?
22.
No.
Come on, that king is yours.
Hold on. I have to look up the stats for the soldiers.
I really want to candle.
This isn't even Val anymore. It's just Katie trying to do this.
It'll be good for the mission. It doesn't seem ever
Good for the economy.
True.
murder. What murder? Best gal around.
Okay, 2 more. All right. You walk out that door and put 1 into your pocket, and you have, what's it called exactly? So you can look it up and add it to your inventory. You have acquired something like a candle of endless flame or something like that. A continual flame candle. I don't know what that is. That might just be a thing I made up.
Oh, what the heck?
Okay, I'm so sorry for this, Katie, but unfortunately, because of the way that this is set up, I'm going to say that you have this candle that is lit, and as you walk out of the Merchant Prince's villa, it does snuff out. But you do have a candle. You have a candle, but it has snuffed out.
Okay.
Amazing.
Damn it.
So you can just say that you have a candle.
But like so like if I light it again, it does it still melt?
You can try to see what happens.
I mean, she would have
Okay,
had
I'll
to
do that
snuff it
later.
out anyway to put it in her bag. Like she couldn't have put it in her bag when it was lit, right? It would have burned the bag up.
Well,
feel
I'm gonna
like
write
Who
that down
knows?
so that
Magic.
Win-win situation, but you know.
Yeah. So Flora, unfortunately, this was an item that had an enchantment on it that has been disenchanted now that it has left. So it is now just a regular candle. It is no longer a magical item. I'm so sorry.
on.
And that's
still
not
got a
me
candle
being,
for free.
that's
Still got
not
a
me being a
candle.
mean DM. That is the book. That is the book.
I know it's totally fair, honestly. It's so funny.
Yeah. All right. So as I said, it's about 9 a.m. So I think we're gonna start with Micah and Tefra. Actually, no. We're gonna start with Val and Alara.
Ooh, okay.
And yeah, at 9 a.m., Val and Alara, you guys are heading to the Old City. You're heading to the Executioner's Run in the Old City.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do
we need a tuk-tuk to get there, or can we just walk?
You can just walk it. It would, I mean, let me see, where are the villas again in reference? Because the villas might be on one end of the Merchant's Ward versus the other. That is the 5. Oh, yeah, you can easily walk it. It's like there's a semicircular road, and you just have to go over like 1/4 of it to then take the gate out into the Old City.
Okay.
So I'm just going to redo the description. Do you do anything in between walking? You just want to walk straight to the Old City?
I think we just walk straight there.
Okay, first I want you to roll me a d20, either one of you, but just one of you. Who's doing it?
You can do it.
There it is. Roll. 4.
Oh,
That's
man.
fine. No, that's fine. You walk there with no issue. There's people out and about for the day. It's very hot, very rainy. But the locals don't seem to care about the rain at all. You see, as it rains, water gushes down those large gutters, and the fountains have come completely to life. Okay, so you make it to the Old City. It says 3 ancient vine-covered ziggurats tower above this crumbling ward. The whole district is a juxtaposition of ancient and decaying, but still occupied stone structures interspersed with flimsy new huts and longhouses of bamboo and thatch. Okay, so you do not have to walk very far. You walk in between 2 large ziggurats, which are like a kind of pyramid type thing. And right in the middle of the road is this huge ditch. But at the moment, it is unoccupied. There are people walking around, and there are people living in the huts, and there's the smell of morning food being cooked and some not really street food being sold, but like street food being passed out and traded for other things. But people are just kind of walking around the Executioner's Run, which you are pretty sure that this huge 200-foot long ditch is the Executioner's Run. But it is currently unoccupied.
Okay, so I feel like we'd investigate this so that we can kind of get an idea. Should I roll for investigation, or can we just investigate?
Yeah, no, I will have you either both roll an investigation check, or one of you roll it with advantage while the other assists.
Let's do the advantage, I imagine, right?
Okay, what's your
Because
investigation?
you'll tell me. Mine is +0, so if you have
I have a +4, so.
Okay, definitely you, and I'll be assisting.
Okay.
Assisting hands.
So the first is 14.
Okay, and then roll it again.
The second is 5.
Okay.
Wow.
Wait, you rolled a 1.
Hold on, 1.
Well, again, that's fine on an to me that's just a 5. That's not a critical fail. I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you.
Okay.
Bless you.
Anyway, so you guys, I would say with a 14, it does not take you very long. You maybe spend about 20 minutes walking the whole length. Do you just want to walk the length, or do you want to climb in, or
is it possible to climb in? How deep is the pitch?
The pit is 15 feet deep.
Okay.
And there is a possibility to climb in, because at one end there are ropes, and in the mud walls there are some rocks that are jutting out that you think could be used as either handholds or footholds.
Okay. Do I see anybody who's trying to do bookmaking or anything? Who's trying to grab bets for people?
It just doesn't seem like the activity around the Executioner's Run has picked up yet for the day.
Can we see where the prisoners are being held?
Yeah, with that investigation check, you see a cage at one end of the Executioner's Run. So it's like if one end has the wall of mud that people has the ropes and the stones for climbing, at the other end is just a cage, and but it's empty at the moment, and you're not sure if that's for the prisoners or if that's for the animals. You just aren't sure.
Okay.
And I would say it took you probably 10 minutes to walk there, 20 minutes to investigate. So we're looking at 9:30 at this point.
Okay. And we don't see any prisoners anywhere. They're obviously being held somewhere else with that investigation role.
You don't see any prisoners anywhere.
Okay. Where do you think they would be?
Probably in one of those ziggurats.
Yeah.
In the basement of them. Basement? Dungeon? It's a dungeon.
What are you thinking? Are you thinking we should help him when he's in the pit, or we should help him now before he gets to the pit?
Part of me wonders if we can find a bookmaker to try to suss out whether we can just buy his freedom.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
All right. While you guys are considering that, I'm going to switch back over to Micah and Tefra.
Okay.
All right. So Val and Alara head off to the Old City. You guys head in the direction around the large courtyard of around the Merchant Villa village to the one that has all the animal heads out on the walls. Dinosaur heads, some large other beasts of burden and beasts of the wild. There's panther, and it has that same shattered glass deterrent right at the top of the tall walls, and a similar gate as well.
Okay. I don't think at any point we should lie. I think we should stick as closely to the truth as we can. So how did we acquire this piece of paper? As close to the truth as we can make it.
We noticed that he dropped it on his way out, but he was already too far gone for us to hand it back to him. So now we are here to give it to him because we don't know what it says.
No, I do know what it says. Well, I know what it says.
Yeah, but they don't need to know that.
True.
So we think we don't know how important it might be, so we just wanted to do the right thing and bring it back to him.
Okay. Are there a lot of guards here like there was at the last one?
So you walk up just as you did at Wakanga's house, and there are only 2 guards in between the gate and the courtyard. And you can tell actually that this villa's courtyard is probably open to this guy. It's an open air courtyard because it's pouring down rain in the courtyard. And so the 2 guards are standing underneath the porte-cochere, underneath the arch of the porte-cochere for shelter from the rain.
Okay. Does that mean we can just walk through the courtyard, or do we have to stop to the guards first?
There is a gate. So it's sort of okay, so do you see the thing behind us?
Yeah.
So there are okay, actually that's not a great example. Okay, so there's the outer wall, gate, an arched porte-cochere that you would walk through into the inner courtyard, and just behind the gate, before the entrance to the courtyard, inside that arched entryway, the porte-cochere, is where the 2 guards are standing.
Gotcha. Can we just walk up to the gate and politely ask the guards to let us in?
They don't even acknowledge you. How do you try to get their attention? I guess I should say.
Oh God, I don't know.
Let's just do a little wave to let them know we're here and just be like, hello, we had a meeting with Azon yesterday and he seemed to have dropped something. We just want to return it to him. Could you let him know?
Roll me a persuasion check. Yoo-hoo. Big summer blowout.
Big summer blowout.
13.
Oh, one of the guards is gonna kind of walk up to you. He's in bright yellow robes and he has one of those long sticks with a hook at the end. And he's gonna kind of look you over and he goes, "How do you know Azon?"
We are adventurers, and he came to meet with us yesterday to discuss with us how things work around here and all that. And he dropped something on his way out, and we just came to return it to him because it might be important. We don't know.
Roll me a deception check, please.
That is a dirty 20.
Excellent. Okay, so he says, "May I see this thing that he dropped?"
Well, it's a piece of paper. I don't want it to get wet, but I'll slide it out a little bit because I don't want it to get damaged.
You can put your hand put your hand through the gate and let me see. And the gate is covered. Like, the gate is the entry to the Portage Cachet. So if you put it through the gate, it would be covered.
So I'll show him the note that presumably he can't read either, so he wouldn't know if it's important. It seems like official business, and we would like to get it back to him.
He says something in a language to the other guard, and the guard kind of comes up as well and looks at the paper, and they kind of give each other a couple of smirks, and he's going to grab it from you. He's going to grab the piece of paper from you.
No, I don't want him to do that.
So we're going to roll a contested dexterity check.
Dexterity?
Yes.
14.
Okay. Oh, I think you beat him. You definitely are going to beat him. Yeah, he rolled a 6 total. So you snap it away. What do you say?
I'll just be like, please, we just want to explain to him, the situation. We don't want him to think anything untoward happened. It would only take a moment of his time if you could just go get him.
It's not my job to return love notes.
Then you won't be doing the returning. You go get him, and I'll return it to him. Or you could let us in.
Let you in, and the two of them start just laughing as if that is the funniest thing they've ever heard. Go on with your day. And he the other guard kind of flashes his robe, and he just flashes you. No, I'm just kidding. He just kind of adjusts his robe, but it's very clear that he is letting you know about the weapons that he has, and there are several daggers wrapped around his waist.
Tefra, you were saying something?
I was going to say, going about our day just means we're going to end up back here.
They give you a confused look.
He's expecting us for dinner with him and his husband.
They both laugh again. Okay, I'm going to say roll me another persuasion check. You did fail the previous one, so the DC to convince them to let you in is going to be higher this time.
Do I get advantage because Tefra spoke up?
No.
That was worth a shot.
It was worth a shot.
This is persuasion, right?
Yes.
16. So better than the last one, at least.
Yes, but unfortunately not enough. I set the DC at 17, I swear. I should have written it down. I'm going to say that this is it's a fail, but it's not as big of a fail that it could have been. He just looks at you and he goes, "Well, then you can return it to him at dinner tonight." And you can tell he doesn't believe you, but he's not threatened by you. He doesn't see you as a threatening being. He's not actually annoyed by you. But the two guards are just going to walk back into the depths of the Portage Cachet and just stand right before the entrance to the courtyard. And they're not going to acknowledge you anymore.
Okay, I'll slip it back into my bag and turn to Tefra.
Okay, I'll make sure to be like, all right, we'll see you later, 5 p.m. sharp. Don't be a cunt next time.
Amazing. All right. I'm going to say that took you guys like no time at all. So it's going to be like 9:10.
9:10. So they're still going to be at
They're
Executioner's
still, yeah,
Run. They're gonna
they
go
will
there?
have just arrived at the Executioner's Run.
Okay.
Do we meet them there then?
Yeah, since it's walking on the way. It's in walking distance.
Okay. Well, just for the simplicity of things, and so we don't have to deal with retroactive time travel and stuff, we'll say that maybe you guys like stop for a second and get a little distracted by a cart that smells good or something, and that you guys meet up with them right when they were thinking that they aren't sure where the prisoners are.
Oh, hi.
Okay.
Wow, that took no time
That
at
was a
all.
bust. It was a bust.
It didn't go as terribly as it could have. There were no
We didn't die.
threats or weapons,
That's good.
but
Thank
we
God.
will just have to go back for dinner.
All right. Well, at least you'll have us there that time. You know,
Mhm.
maybe.
Yeah, were we invited?
No, they don't know. They don't know about you.
I love
don't
being
remember.
a party
What should we
crasher.
bring?
We might have said that we have companions, but I genuinely don't remember.
Regardless, I love being a party crasher. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten very far here. We do know where the pit is. It's very obvious. And we know that there's a cage on the other side that either holds the prisoners or the animals. And there is a wall of mud, which is probably eroding as we speak because it's raining really hard. So it's going to be tough for him to climb out, I think, unfortunately. So we're just trying to think about how to proceed because I kind of want this to be as easy as possible considering we're trying to do a lot of stuff today.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to try to find a bookmaker or something to like try to buy Draz's freedom or somehow slip in to
Is there a
help him.
front desk? A help desk? Excuse me. Do the prisoners have visitation rights?
Yeah, we don't even know where the prisoners are. That's the thing too. It's like because we were thinking, you know, maybe if no one's looking, or if we could do it on the lowdown, we could just help him escape. But maybe buying his freedom would be easier for everybody. Because if someone's bought his death, that's what we're worried about.
Yeah.
Like, and maybe we can find that out from the bookkeeper. Like, no, not that guy. You know, and then we can sort of get a read, a vibe check on the bookkeeper, if you will. But we got to find one. We haven't been able to find one.
So I'd probably just walk over to one of the people and I'm like, hey, we're looking to make a bet on some of the stuff that's going on here, you know? Did you know where we would be able to do that?
Okay, I'm gonna say, because I'm assuming you're not just walking up to a random street food vendor or some like a random villager or something like that.
Whoever looks like they could help.
I
Looks
mean,
a
yeah.
little shady.
Do you want to just walk up to like any random local?
Yeah, I guess like someone who like looks shady. Is there someone who like could I do a perception check on who would be the most likely to like, you know, looks like they're dealing in some maybe illegal materials. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I can't do math. 13.
Okay. I will say the four of you walk around the area for a little bit. We are now at, let's say, 9:50. And you just get the sense that for whatever reason, the Executioner's Run isn't really occupying people's minds right now. Like there are kids out, there are mothers out putting out laundry, there's people just like living their lives. Like there's not really anything happening around the Executioner's Run. There's not anybody suspicious standing around it. There are no prisoners, there are no animals.
Could we go over to the ziggurats, like ziggurats we went past, and kind of suss them out?
Sure.
I wonder if this is normal.
Maybe it's rained out. Maybe they canceled. Maybe they rescheduled.
Yeah, because it's like
Schedule.
or they're just
Which means we're gonna have to break them out.
And granted, I say that there's nobody suspicious. You can still talk to someone though.
Okay, I just want to talk and say and ask somebody if
Who? Like, what kind of person do you approach? Do you
I
think? Do you approach a
see-
kid? Do you approach a woman with
I
laundry?
see an older guy who's just reading his newspaper, whatever.
Well, so I would
street-
say then
street
there.
food vendor?
Yeah, I would say you would be approaching a street food vendor at that point.
Okay, I'm going to a street vendor, and I ask him, "Is this happening today? Everyone seems kind of calm about something so extreme." And
Extreme every day, 11 a.m. 5 copper for a coconut.
sure,
You want one?
I'll take one. Yeah, that's fine. Let me take
All right.
that.
He takes it out and he goes, "Do you want the water saved or just the flesh?"
Just the flesh.
All right. He brings out a huge machete. And for a second, you're like, what the hell? And then he just places a big hairy coconut in front of him and just goes whack. And he cracks it open and he dumps the water out into this other bucket that's under kind of the tent of his food stall. And then he takes another knife, very long and sharp knife, and shaves out and like creates cuts in the flesh of both halves and hands it to you. And you give him 5 copper?
Yes.
All right, mark that off of your.
I tried to take 5 copper out of my thing, but because I think I only have gold, it's not letting me.
Oh, you have to
do conversion. So change. So take away 1 of your gold and say that you have 100 copper.
Okay. Okay. And it was 5 copper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone else? He looks at the 3 of you.
Yeah, I'll
5
take a
copper.
coconut.
All right. He does the same for you. Gives you a coconut with sliced flesh. Do you want the water as well?
Sure.
He puts the water in kind of a medieval version of a plastic bag and punches a medieval version of a straw into it and hands it to you.
Oh my god,
It's a medieval Capri Sun.
Exactly.
What I would want to know is where might someone go to bet on Executioner's Run? Do
You
have
go
any
right
idea?
here, but you just got to wait about. And he like kind of looks at the sky and he's like, well, if it's raining.
My sundial isn't working.
Yeah. Yeah. Just wait about an hour and a half. Things will start ramping up.
Okay. Would you happen to know where the prisoners are?
Oh, they get carted in from a different part of the city. And then they get dropped in one by one.
One by one? Oh,
Mm.
how fun. Mm.
The animals will show up first, though.
Ooh, what kind of animals?
Let's see. Today, probably velociraptors.
How fun. Do they usually win? How likely is it for someone to win? Because, I mean, I'm a little bit morbid. I'm excited to see this. And velociraptors, I've never seen one of those before.
Really? They're like rats around here. I mean, people win every day.
Good to know.
Usually it's the same like 5 people though, over and over and over again.
What?
Everybody else dies.
Is there a limit to how many people can win?
No, I mean it's just how many criminals have committed crimes yesterday and get dropped in, and how many can do it in the hour.
You're saying the same people win every day?
Yeah, they just go and they commit. Well, not every day, but look, there's this thing called hyperbole. But like, there are people who this is their career. They just go, they commit a petty crime, they get thrown into prison, jail, I should say, if they're found guilty, of course. And then they can either work for the crime or they can do executioner's run. But sometimes people are forced to just do executioner's run. They aren't given a choice.
And there's probably a betting ring going on.
Do you want a coconut? He looks at you, Tefra.
No, I'm allergic.
Oh. Pineapple.
Also allergic.
Oh.
I have one last question, and I'm so sorry for taking up your time. But
What?
if I were to say that there was somebody who was a little bit shady to me the other day, and I kind of wanted them put in to the executioner's run, would I be able to do that? And if so, who can I talk to about, getting rid of this creep at the bar? Ugh.
He kind of gives you a look and he's like, It's 5 copper for coconut.
Can I roll a persuasion?
How? To do what? To
To
persuade
like
him.
persuade him to tell me what.
She's gonna flash her Birkin bra.
I think you need to give it just one more push to get to a persuasion roll. Because right now you just asked a question. You didn't do anything to persuade.
Well, I guess I could get a coconut. I would like one of those, but I do see someone else over there who also is selling some fruit. So maybe I'll just go talk to them instead. Thank you for your time, though. I really appreciate you chatting with us and selling my friends some coconuts. So thanks. And I like start to walk away.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
3 copper for coconut. And I'll answer your question.
Perfect. Thank you. Really.
All
I like give him.
Mark off.
I'll give him. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so he tells you that. So your question was, could you pay to have somebody enter the executioner's run?
Mm-hmm.
He goes, well, I've never heard of anybody paying to have someone entered into the executioner's run. Really, that's just for petty criminals. But if you're interested in really knocking someone off, you could try and get you could try and get a sanction from Jessamine.
And who is this Jessamine?
She's one of the merchant princes.
Mm.
She's the one who deals in the licenses for murder.
Mm, okay.
And if it's really just some drunken lowlife at a bar, it'll be pricey, but it won't be a fortune.
It's good to know. Thank you.
Thank you.
I
You
also
sure you
feel
don't want
sorry.
anything allergic?
Do you have any dragon fruit? It's the one tropical fruit I'm not allergic to.
Absolutely, I do. And he pulls out that like pink and purple and orange spiky thing and cuts that up to reveal the white pulp with the black pits and
Beautiful.
serves it to you in beautifully presented slices that look like a rose.
Oh, thank you so much. Can I vibe check him now?
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, you get the sense that, he wants to make money, but he's being honest with you guys about what he's saying.
Okay.
It's fine.
Any tahine? You have any chamoy?
We got some of us like a spicy sugar salt thing that you could put over that, but I don't really recommend it for dragon fruit.
You don't know my taste buds, dude.
All right, fair enough. So he gives you a little bit of like a red powder.
Mm.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
And it was 3 copper, you said?
5 for you. And I know I said I wasn't going to make you guys but because it was part of the bartering process of the conversation with this guy, that's why I'm making you guys pay for this stuff.
Yeah.
So this is the merchant ward, or is it just like...
You guys are in the old city right now, which is outside the walls.
Are there shops here? Because Micah's still trying to get like history books and plant books and all that jazz.
You look around and it looks mostly like these are just like almost tenements, these stilted houses built upon around the ancient ruins of an ancient civilization. And the only thing that doesn't look like that are the ziggurats themselves.
I have another question. Is this considered a ruin or dungeon?
No, you're still in a city terrain.
Okay. I got a cool feature I can use, but only for ruins and dungeons.
Darn it.
So what's our next course of action? Are we going to scope out the ziggurat?
Or just
Well, I
Do
think
we have enough time?
I think since we learned that the prisoners are carted in from elsewhere, I don't know if the ziggurats are the way to go, but we could try to find this Jessamine, and I think she's probably the one to talk to about getting Draza out.
Or at
if
least
someone
find
paid for
out-
him killed.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Okay.
Do you guys agree?
I'm willing to try to enter another merchant prince's villa.
Third one today.
We had a 50-50 chance if we look at our success rate so far.
True.
So yeah, so we probably walk back to the merchant place because it's not that far, right?
No, it's just about a 15-minute walk.
And are there like other people milling around, like the villas and stuff?
Yeah. I mean, it's quieter. It's definitely a quieter part of the city than the market ward was, and quieter than the old city. But it's still, there are people pushing babies in strollers and people walking around in their robes, even in the torrential rain. Like they just don't seem bothered by the torrential rain at all. Their kids playing in the fountains, just it's pretty lively.
Can I want to hail somebody to kind of ask, like, hey, which villa is Jessamines?
Roll me a persuasion check.
I do love that name.
Just a good name.
16.
Oh, okay. They kind of for 1 second give you a look of like, who the hell are you? But then they do point to you in the direction of one house that is just covered in paint and specifically in serpent motifs, just snakes painted all along the outer walls.
Okay. So we head over there to the guards that are presumably also doing.
All right, and this is a heavily guarded gate. There are 2 guards with masks that stand on the outside of the gate. It is like one of the only houses in the Merchant Villa village that has guards outside the gate, and they have masks and long spears that are crossed, and they are just silently standing at attention. And then there are 3 more guards in the kind of covered area, just kind of walking back and forth, and all of them are heavily armored.
Okay. Now, if people can hire or can go to her to basically get, a permit for murder or whatever, then she should be approachable. So I don't, maybe this isn't where she
Does her business.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It's like, it seems like she doesn't want anyone coming in there, but it sounds like this is her business. So she would welcome people. She'd welcome business. So maybe this isn't where we're supposed to meet with her or with one of her, clerks. Or
But I imagine if she's selling charters to kill, she'd be kind of high up on the list to murder because
yeah, but
she'd have to be heavily armed.
Yeah. So how would one go about it, right?
I probably just pull out one of my many pouches of gold and kind of shake it. I'm like,
Okay. Yeah.
she is looking to. We're looking to buy something, so let's see if she's selling. So
Okay.
Maybe ask the guard if she has an office hour.
Our office hours.
we're looking to take out a contract, and I hear this is the place to do it. And I rattle the gold.
So you have an appointment. One of the guards in mask says to you, "How badly do you want one?"
Preferably in the next 5 minutes. I will pay whatever.
You'll pay whatever.
Within reason.
The 2 guards kind of look at each other. 100 gold, potentially, could get you a meeting.
50.
Roll. How do you say that? Just in the way that you said it?
I'm probably how about 50? 50 now, 50 later?
Roll me a persuasion check with that offer.
22.
Oh.
All right.
She's persuasive today.
All right.
Irritable.
And it was a high DC, and you beat it. That was amazing. One of the guards in the masks kind of turns, and in that, you're getting used, even though you can't understand it by any means, you're getting used to the sounds of the natural Chultan language. And they say something in that language to one of the guards in the back, and that guard kind of looks at them for a second and responds with a really kind of question, and they say yes. And so he runs off, and about 5 minutes later, so I'm saying now we are at 10:10. 5 minutes later, a little girl is brought to you by one of the guards, and she is shy, deep skin, curly black hair, vibrant blue eyes. But she looks, she's very timid as she approaches you, and you're not let in through the gate. You are still, well, first of all, before he sends off the guy, he demands 50 gold from you.
Yeah. I did that.
Or like after he sent the guy off, but before the girl arrives. Okay, did you pay?
Yes, I put.
Okay.
Yeah, I took down 50. Yeah.
And then he also asks for your information. He asks your name and where you're staying, and if you have any affiliations with other people in the city. And what information do you tell him?
I tell him that my name is Kala.
Okay.
And that we are staying at the Thunderous Lizard, and that we are friends of some merchants who
Which merchants?
Oh, just ones that are in the market district. No merchant princes.
What are their names?
Bellum.
Okay. You say that name?
Is it Bellum? Is that his name? Bellum, and you didn't tell me what the name of the women that I was speaking with, but I mentioned it's just some jewelry merchants, and they're quite close friends of mine, so there's quite a bit of kerfuffle going on right now, so we're just looking to get it settled.
All right. Roll me a deception check.
Let's hope I have not used all of my good fortune. 9.
Oh no!
Shit. Shouldn't have said anything.
Oh no!
And you die.
Okay. As you speak, that was just a fail. The DC was 10. So again, this is not the sort of thing where it's going to create a huge repercussion.
Okay.
So as you speak, you do notice that his eyes squint a little bit at some of the things that you say, but he doesn't fight you on them. And then when the little girl approaches, he says something to her in the language you don't understand. And she kind of looks at him, says something back, and then turns to you and goes, "I'm very sorry, but my mother has taken ill recently and is not accepting visitors. But if you have a message that you would like to give to me, I am her daughter, Imezra, thank you. And I can see that she gets it. And if you let me know where you are staying, I can give you her response. I'll send a courier."
I don't think we have that much time. It seems like that would take a while to process.
At least a day, yes.
Is there anyone else we can speak to about a contract of some sort? Not even necessarily one to be put out, but one that's been taken out.
One that's been taken out.
Yes.
She says something to the guard again in that language you don't understand. And then he says something again to her. And she goes, "My mother is the only one in this city who offers those sort of licenses. And it is, even whether you would like to take out a contract or gain information about a contract, it is the same process. You may give me a message, I will relate to her. She will give me her response, and I will do my best to see to it that it is given to the place that you have indicated you are staying.
Well, this contract is about someone that's going to be down in the pit today.
That is unfortunate. Good day. And she turns around and begins to walk away.
If your mother is really ill and she can't see us, then tell her she's made an enemy. And then I walk away.
Not of me. No.
Amazing.
Just Val is so fucking pissed right now. She is so angry. And she just turns and walks away.
Maybe she's affected by the death curse thing.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. Maybe because if we're actively trying to cure that.
Well, I'm not telling them jack shit about the soulmonger, about what we're trying to do.
Right.
If they don't want to see us, and they're going to act like that and take for 50 gold for nothing.
I'm just saying, maybe we can help your mother. Wait. Should I do a persuasion check?
Roll me persuasion. Roll me persuasion. It's going to be a high DC because of what Katie just said to her.
17.
Girl, you hit it. Amazing job. She stops and turns and looks back at you. And the guard standing in front of you kind of clips at her again in that language you don't understand, but she kind of holds up her hand and waves him off. And then she and the gladiator who has been walking with her this whole time approach the gate again. She goes, continue.
Is your mom, what is the name of the curse again? Like that's happening? I forgot the name of it.
It's called the death curse. It's just called the death curse.
Okay. Is your mom is the reason why your mom is ill because of the death curse?
And you don't even need to roll a perception roll for this. Everyone around you stiffens. Like kind of all the eyes go towards you. Imezra's eyes kind of widen ever so slightly. The guard next to her kind of protectively puts a hand on his weapon.
Okay, because that's why we're here. We're here. We also have someone that we care about that is inflicted with this, and we are here to try and find a cure. And we can promise that once we find the cure, we will help your mother if she can help us with this.
Okay. Roll me another persuasion check, please, with advantage.
Okay. 23.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
Amazing. She says something to the two guards, and hold on. Hold on. I have to roll something. Sorry, it's just from the timing perspective. That's 10, 20, something. Okay. She says something to the guards, and they kind of both, the guards right in front of you, the ones in the masks with the spears, and they both kind of look at her and are kind of confused for a second, but then she kind of gives them a nod, and so they stand back, and the gladiator at her side opens the gate, and she says, come in.
Oh, yes. Okay, so we follow her in.
All right, and you will see that her villa is actually, it feels familiar to you because you had spent some time at Wakanga's villa this morning. You think perhaps maybe they all follow a similar aesthetic. Her courtyard is open though, so it is raining heavily in the courtyard, and Imezra just walks straight through it. It does not bother her at all. Just give me a second. I just want to make sure. Yes. Okay. She walks you not to the upper floors, but she walks you to a room. So she walks you around the staircases. You do not go up them. You go beside them, down a bit of an open hallway through the courtyard and off into a room. And she goes, my mother is recuperating inside of the bathhouse. And she kind of says, please wait here one moment. I will let her know that you are here. And she goes in and she's gone for, oh no. She's gone for about 10 minutes. So it is now 10:30. And I want, who has the highest passive perception? What is everybody's passive perception?
15.
Passive perception. Oh, 14.
Wait, what does that mean?
Hold on.
It should
Oh,
say it
15.
on your
No.
15.
Yes, 15.
Okay. So Micah, Tefra, Val, just as Mesra is coming out of the bathhouse and is beckoning you inside, all three of you hear the very distant sound of some form of chaos occurring.
Oh shit.
But that's it.
Like outside of the villa or in
Not in the villa. Very distant. Very distant. A raucous roar. Like it's like as if you are several miles away from like a coliseum. Like that raucous echoing of a crowd making sounds.
Sound like the velociraptors have been brought in. Let's hope that Jessamine is quick in her discussions and negotiations.
And just remember, it did take about 15 minutes to walk from the market, from the merchant's ward to the old city.
Let's hope that Dres is last in line.
Let's hope he made a friend.
And
they get dropped in one by one. So
Listen, we're doing the best we can. At least there's that.
all right.
And what about the tuk-tuk driver that drives like a maniac? Maybe we can find him.
We have no way to just summon to hail him.
Mm-hmm.
Might get
So it's
lucky.
15 minutes to walk. Could we run faster than that?
Absolutely, you could.
Okay.
You could probably run it in 5.
Let's have this conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Commercial.
Gotta talk to Jessamine.
All right, so you enter into you enter into the bathhouse. So give me a second. I'm trying to see if there's anything I'm supposed to read to you or not. Oh, okay. Just as you are entering in, Mesra says, and just be aware, entering this part of a Tolton's home is a great honor. And causing offense to the host inside is not recommended. And she is a very wise 12-year-old, apparently. And she stays on the outskirts. But you enter, and it is a rectangular room, but with a large circular stone basin right in the center, probably large enough to fit 20 people. Huge. Steam rising off. It has a glass ceiling with snakes and stained glass patterns at the top and the patter, 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 patter of the rain. And there are 3 more stone basins up against the wall. One is steaming, one, and the 2 others don't really seem like they have heat to them. And there are 4 lit braziers, all with beautiful fire coming from them and gilded snakes along their bases. Yeah. And right at the edge of the large circular pool is a woman who is old. Her black coarse hair has streaks of white in it, and she is wrapped up in robes and heavy blankets and just seems like doing anything she can to keep warm. And her legs are submerged in the bath, the large bath water, and she sits with a basin on her lap with vapors rising from it that she breathes in from, and she is bandaged all around her face and around her neck. And she's kind of breathing in a raspy way.
Okay, so we should approach her and
Thank her for letting us come speak to her.
Mhm.
Just be very polite, Val.
yeah. Yes. And we're so sorry this has happened to you. It's happened to our friend as well. And we are here to try and find a cure for the death curse. And we want to help you, but we need your help. We need to find out if a contract was put out on a particular vendor named, tell me because I don't remember. Draza. Thank you.
What friend?
Draza. His name is Draza.
He is dying of the death curse as well.
No, that's our other friend.
What friend?
We have many friends. Someone else who's
Our Gertrude.
Gertrude is an unusual name.
It is.
she's
So we
not
love-
from here.
Roll me a deception check, Alara. And roll it at advantage because Val's helping. You guys are both saying stuff.
19.
Okay.
Am I the buyer?
Does your Gertrude suffer the way I suffer?
Yes. We're afraid she doesn't have much longer, and we need to find the cure for this curse.
Every day I feel my energy sap from me. My daughter is too young. She is not ready to take on the mantle of this great house. And I don't know what that sounds like coming through my microphone, but I'm trying to do a raspy, gasping breath.
Good. It's good.
It's great.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
lovely.
it's
I love
working.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She takes another deep breath of the vapors that are in her bowl. And she says, "You will assist in the destruction of this curse."
Yes.
Yes.
That is our goal.
She kind of looks you all up and down. She says, "Only you four. You are not the first to come to Port Nyanzaru in the past weeks. Others have entered the jungle. None have returned."
Well, we are better. And more prepared.
Possibly. You will need assistance and funds, some of which I can provide.
Oh,
Perfect.
that
Can
would be-
I'm gonna step forward, like very cautiously, making it clear that like I'm not gonna do anything untoward, and I just want to do a cure wounds to see if I can ease just for a moment, just to give her a little bit of a reprieve.
She kind of slinks away from you, and you all suddenly, from the shadows, from the alcoves and stuff, 6 guards come out and like they're with their weapons partially drawn as
So
you
I want-
approach her.
I want to like explain, like I can't do much for you, as I'm sure you know, but I can give you a bit of relief for just a moment, make you breathe easier.
You are a spellcaster.
I'm a healer.
I appreciate your gesture, but I have many healers, and they all fail. Save your strength. Sorry, that's really intense. Anyway, it's gonna kill my voice.
really good though.
Thank you. Who was it that you asked for again? What was that? Did any of you guys see that? What was that? Did anybody see that? There was like a thumbs up that showed up over Becca's face.
Oh, it's because it's like when I'm like massaging my arm, my hand looks like it's in a thumbs up, and it does the.
What?
How?
Oh,
Yeah.
is this
Is that
the
StreamYard?
thing where, like, if you do the peace
No.
sign, you get the balloons?
Yeah.
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 Oh my god,
It
the
doesn't
way
work
we
for
should
anyone
take
else but
advantage
you.
of this. I want this. Hello? Oh my god.
Because you have a Mac, right?
Oh my god, how fun! Whoa! Oh my god, Becca. Shoot, it's too bad you're not an arcane spellcaster because the way I would make you do this every time you cast a spell. Oh my god, that is so fun.
I know. So it's like it's done it a couple times during the whole thing because I'll be just like massaging my arm and then it's all like.
I haven't noticed it. That's so funny. That's amazing. Okay, excuse me. So she's asked for you to repeat yourself about what contract you're seeking for.
Draza.
A merchant's husband named Draza. The husband is called the merchant, I guess. He's a jewelry merchant. Is named Bellum, and we believe we have no proof, but a book person. What is it? A bookshop owner. A gnome named Carmen is the one who took it out on him.
Carmen has not seen me about this. You say this Draza has been killed?
He's been accused of theft and is now going to be thrown into the executioner's run.
My contracts, when they are carried out, are never so obvious. We do our best to make them seem more like accidents. Otherwise, it could create a cycle of violence, contracts on people who've taken out contracts on people who've loved people who've had contracts taken out on them, etc., etc., etc. Good for business, bad for population. This Draza is not in my list.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Do you have connections with the executioner's run?
I do not. But if you are to go out into the jungle, I will assist you as best I can.
Okay.
We would greatly appreciate that.
I'm a merchant of plants, herbs, poisons, and as you seem to know, sanctions. But I have funds at my disposal that I can offer to you.
Can you get us a charter without having to go to the Flaming Fist?
Unfortunately, that is not my purview. But I could try and see if there is an option to get you to the Flaming Fist more quickly. Fort
We would
Valerian.
appreciate that.
I have a ship at my disposal.
Excellent. Perfect. The faster we get there, the faster we get back.
Yeah.
And
it could be ready in 2 days.
Okay. Thank you.
Perfect.
I want to ask,
Mm-hmm.
what supplies should we be bringing? Where can we find the cheapest supplies and surplus or something?
The market ward.
Is there a specific merchant who's got the best deals?
Jabal is in charge of all adventuring goods. He will be your best resource, even though I think he's a slippery... I don't like to use snake as a derogatory term, actually, but he's a worm. A worm. His husband's nice, though.
Yeah, lovely guy.
Oh my god, I love this.
How do I politely about these funds?
If you Sorry, one more time. What'd you say?
How do I politely ask about these funds?
She takes one of the rings off of her fingers, and it has a honker of a sapphire on it.
Ooh.
And she gives it to you, and she says, if you take this to the Grand Souk, you could easily get 500 gold for it.
Thank you so much, madam. And I don't know, do a little curtsy.
Tell Emezra that you will return in 2 days' time for us to gather our forces.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now leave.
We got to get to executioner's
We gotta
run. Anyway.
Yeah, we got to run. Here's run.
All right. So you guys, do you tell Emezra what she told you to tell? Said to
Yes.
tell? All right.
Yeah.
So you make an appointment that in 2 days' time you'll be returning to Jessamne's villa. And you run back to the old city.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You run through the streets of the city and roll me an athletics check. Roll me an athletics check. We're just going to see how long it takes you
All
to
of
get there.
us?
And everybody rolls it, and it's going to be an average group athletics check.
15.
15. Okay. Alara.
Yep. A 4.
Okay.
Apparently, I'm not a good runner.
Another dirty 20.
A 20.
Oh, and that 20.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So you guys are able to go very quickly. And I'm going to say you make it in about 5 minutes. And as you go, as soon as you leave the merchant's villa, you hear the sounds of commotion. And as you're over there, something increases. It's not the normal sound of a gathering crowd. Something is wrong. Like you're hearing shrieks of terror and screams. And when you arrive to the old city, the crowd is crushing. There are people running in every direction. There are people flooding into the main city. So it actually takes you a little bit longer to get through the gate. And around the executioner's run, there are 5 velociraptors in the crowd chasing people. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
I want to ride a velociraptor so bad.
Yes, I want to run on one.
If you give me a couple of levels, I can wild shape eventually.
Oh, and speaking of levels, I believe with your 300 attendance XP today, you guys all achieve level 3. So we'll do that off stage. But I'm just going to say thank you to the 5 people who are here with us today, and for anybody in the rewatch, because we also got like 100 and something views on the last video. So I believe there are people rewatching. So if you're still here, let us know down in the comments. So we will open up potentially the next session, potentially with some combat after, to more like political intrigue things. But yeah, there were some interesting roles. And if you guys do enough investigating, you'll find out what has occurred here. But for now, you are face to face with 5 escaped velociraptors. All right. Does anybody have any final things to say before we say goodbye?
No, that was so much fun.
Thank you.
I'm glad
Oh
we're
my
leveling up
gosh.
for the next combat.
Gigi just got Micah done. That's exciting. Thank you
Can't wait to
guys
see
for
that.
coming. What'd you say, Tefra? Devesha?
Oh, can't wait to see that. The art.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be great. And luckily, happily, the next time we will be together, I will be back in Colorado, and so I will have my overhead view again. I have it with me here, but it just would have been really bad. So I'm glad actually that the Executioner's Run combat did not occur during this stream. Should we do a reveal right at the end for Micah?
Ooh,
Live
yes.
reveal?
Do it.
Yes,
I wanna
live
see.
reveal.
Okay. Hold on. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's so beautiful. They're so beautiful. Okay. Are we ready? Present. Share screen. Share screen. Window.
Another
Druid.
window. Tab.
Boom.
Oh my god!
Is that not amazing?
Good.
They're so amazing.
I'm obsessed.
I
Oh
love
my
them
god, they're so
much.
cute.
All
Oh,
right.
the little fang.
Oh,
my God.
I know, aren't they so great? And the
More
mushroom.
little mushrooms.
I want you to know that Ashley messaged me right before we went live to be like, "Does Micah have mushrooms on them?" And I'm like, "Sometimes."
Amazing.
So good.
So great. Awesome. All right. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to wait. Oh, no, I have an outro. I was going to say I'm just going to have to play the intro again, but I forgot I have a Port Nyanzaru outro. Woo! Bye. See you guys in probably 2 weeks. Maybe not. Bye. Thanks for coming to the Blank Page Tavern.